Mankini and Joe Figure on deck.
I'm gonna try it again. Let's see what's going on. Okay, here we go. It's now live on YouTube. Sorry, everybody, for that delay. Sorry for even cutting y'all off like that. So hopefully some people join in later on. Let me double check. Tornado, double check me on the. Okay, it's on. For some reason, it's on there. So I see it on YouTube right now. Let me know if we're live on YouTube.
It may be unlisted. I'm not seeing it.
All right, let me go back. Yeah, it's unlisted. Here we go. Public. Publish. Alright, should be able to see it now, bro.
I just got the notification. There we go. I see it. I see it.
There it is. We're live on Twitch. I see it on Twitch. Appreciate it. Okay, and we should be back on. Should be back on TikTok. I'm gonna try it again.
For some reason it removed you from YouTube stream mod.
Oh, for real? Seriously? Come on now. All right, we back.
Hold on, let me give you my channel URL.
Yeah, let me actually jump in. Okay, here we go. Jay, what's good, bro? We back. Sorry, little technical difficulties, y'all. I couldn't for some reason thought I was streaming on YouTube, but I wasn't. So I see you in there, Tornado. Let me go ahead and add as moderator.
Boyd and Cam are wondering, saying their fight got moved to second place, but on the fight list that somebody else just released, it has them in last place. Is that?
Yeah, double check.
Yeah, I told them that I could move that I'll move them up.
Okay. Checking for them.
Right.
Oh yeah, sorry about that, guys.
Okay, got the room code. I am in there.
ZJ.
Either goes by ZJ or Triple Z.
Oh, Mr. NyQuil. All right, so we got Triple Z in the blue corner, and then who's in the red corner?
We got Sumo.
Sumo. You gotta love the sport. All right, Sumo in the red corner. Triple Z, Mr. NyQuil in the blue corner.
Got melatonin in his gloves.
Right.
Your YouTube stream just went offline. Oh, never mind. It was just a little bug.
I hate the fact that there's a little bug. Well, YouTube is not going to do well tonight because I ain't got time to fix it. But TikTok and Twitch are still going live from what I can tell. Thank you everybody who joined on TikTok. Tonight's going to be just a TikTok night. So I'm really not sure what YouTube is on today, but it's on some bullshit. But shout out to everybody who jumped in from TikTok. So Solly, let me go ahead and let's go. We good. We good.
I think you pinged the wrong someone, Solly. It's Floyd Mayweather.
Oh, sorry.
It's fine.
Yeah, that's the thing. I just typed it in quick. But yeah.
All right, Solly. Well, I am connected. Whenever you are ready to start, I've got 3 minutes on the clock. You guys just let me know. I'm actually gonna start recording this live as well. Mostly because all of my stuff, all of my settings are kind of like, they're not really good right now. I'm not even gonna hold you guys there. We're just now starting on today, so cool. We got everything going. We've got the replay buffer going. I am recording everything, Solly, whenever you are ready. So for everybody who's tuning in right now, we're just not getting on to the next fight. Thank you so much for locking in with me. We got three days. Solly, take it away.
I am excited to get this match started. First one of the night, and we are back after a week of break, much needed after basically running this stream pretty much every week for 6 months. But you know, we are excited to be back and not going anywhere anytime soon.
Absolutely.
I've fought sumo plenty of times before this, so I wonder how this is gonna go. I haven't really paid attention to ZJ, but yeah, I'm eager to see how this goes. Got some respect, little hug there. Ooh, getting right into it at start.
What are the shorts colors we got?
Yeah, sorry.
Already.
We got red shorts for ZJ, and Sumo is in the white and black, I believe.
No,
other way around.
Sumo's in the red.
Yeah, sorry. Sumo in the red, ZJ in the white and black.
Yeah, some pretty heavy shots coming in at the start of the match. I kind of just slugging it out. Really no technicality I've been so far. Yeah. Sumo keeping his guard high. That's good.
Yeah, like it's hard. We didn't have a chance to introduce. Got right into the fight, but we also got Ty Nato here on the mic, regular ringside competitor, champion, and now commentator.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Some. Ooh. Ooh.
Let's go.
Yeah, ref breaking that up.
YouTube stream has been being pretty laggy. It'll be fine.
Hey, stop it. No holding.
Yeah, we're not worried about YouTube tonight for some reason. It's just not going to go pretty well. So we're just going to keep it locked in with Twitch and TikTok for the night. If you guys want the best viewing experience and you're on YouTube right now, just go ahead and head over to twitch.tv/RingsideVR or go to TikTok from RingsideVR because YouTube is being a jerk.
Ace Ronson, the crowd has been pretty silent.
I've seen the ugly face once or twice, but really not much. Discord stream is lagging for me a little bit. It'll be fine. It's probably because I got both the YouTube stream and Twitch stream running at the same time. It's fine.
Stop. No holding. Box on.
All right, the fighters are resetting now. As this round's coming to an end. Okay, no problem. But yeah, as this round is coming to an end, neither fighter getting a solid advantage. I'm pretty sure that the scorecards are reflecting that as well. Tornado, if you're back already, who do you have ahead so far?
Alright. Yeah, but the Discord stream is being a little laggy, so I had to restart Discord. It's fine.
Hey, stop it.
All right, all good.
Ooh, pretty heavy right hook.
Let's go.
Pretty heavy hook. Ooh, a little lag. A lag coming in from Triple Z. Ooh, now they're slugging. Some wild exchanges going on. And there goes the first round.
That was a pretty exciting exchange. A little bit tentative, but, fireworks turning on towards the end there. Tornado, who you got ahead in that first round?
It's Sumo. He's keeping a pretty good guard now. And he, whenever we were doing the gym versus gem stuff, he had a sloppy guard, but I take it he got my coaching message, keep your guard high, and yeah. And Triple Z, he's got some pretty heavy hooks, so this is a pretty good round so far.
I agree. Yeah, and for those of you who don't know, Ringside has some private gym channels that we just started a couple weeks ago, and that's starting to really pop off. We're having...
There's no mercy. This match is going right into the action.
Yeah, absolutely. Ooh, ZJ getting a good angle. Sumo
keeps dropping his head. Keeps just keeping his head low.
Yeah, he's looking for the counter shots, but I think the issue is he's not staying close enough to get them, right? Like, when he's dodging way back. And, while it is getting him out of damage and not really, either it's getting the head to move back and so it's reducing damage or dodging it entirely, he's still kind of too far to, do any kind of counter punching. I want to see him take more shots to the side, but ZJ starting to pepper him a little bit with those hooks.
I just want to point out a little bit, guys. We just had Jackmon drop a heart on us, so appreciate you, Jackmon. Just wanted to pop in, super with the thanks. Appreciate it, bro.
Always love the love from the community. All right, but back into this match. Zeta getting around, but starting to lag a little bit. So most of the match, it has been, pretty smooth, but it does seem like there is a little bit of a connection issue potentially.
Yeah, Sumo.
Box on.
Yeah, I've fought Sumo a couple of times, and he doesn't have the greatest Wi-Fi, so. Ooh, some pretty heavy hand slugfest. Going for those wild exchanges. Looks like Sumo's wanting to really put on the pressure.
Red, step back.
Yeah, I think that might be the right way to go, right? You got to maximize the time that your Wi-Fi is running smoothly, and also, it just seems to be what's kind of working, right? There's not really any solid counter shots coming out, from his opponent, and so he can really just feel like he can tee off without too much consequence.
Yeah, Sumo keeps turning his head away from his opponent. He's gonna get sucker punched if he keeps doing that.
Yeah, got to be careful. And I like to, people trying different things. Now at this point, round 2, who do you have up at this point?
Stop. Step back.
It's still pretty close. I think
fight.
Sumo is stepping it
No holding.
stepping it up.
Fight.
And both fighters pretty frustrated about the clenching and lag.
Yeah, really does make for a rough experience. Still early access game. Got to work the kinks out of it, but still improving. But overall, these fighters putting on a pretty good show so far. Even despite the technical issues, I like what I'm seeing. Right, both fighters mixing up aggression and defensiveness. I liked the improvement in pace from rounds 1 to 2. And I want to see in round 3, right, like who can kind of solve the puzzle first and really start laying on the damage.
Ooh, in the YouTube chat, someone hit 23 ELO yesterday.
Nice.
Oh, dang.
And if anybody has any issues on the YouTube chat, apologize for it having hiccups. We're really not sure what's going on with YouTube. But I want to say if you want to jump on Twitch, twitch.tv/RingsideVR, or TikTok, look up RingsideVR. We're live there as well. So hop in, people joining in.
Both
Right,
fighters
always
just
love to
slugging
see
it
it.
out, and it's looking like Triple Z got a little bit of the lag.
And there it is.
Triple Z.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Triple Z.
And a dangerous hit, knockdown coming, and there goes the full momentum shift right at the start of round 3. But at the if you're gonna take a knockdown, start of the round is when you want to do it. Gives yourself plenty of time to try to make it back up.
Yeah.
Perfect for you. Sometimes you're not even waiting, for the lag. It's just like, you react to it because he freezes, and you're like, you got that boxer's instinct.
Yeah. Sumo movement, good head movement coming in from Sumo.
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing. I like the head movement. I like the footwork. All in all, both fighters doing pretty good, and even really that knockdown just kind of, I think, coming in at a bad combination of lag and having the hands down a little bit. But still a pretty close fight. Could go either way.
Yeah, it's either going to be a draw or a win coming in from Sumo. I think Sumo has actually taken this match. He's been pretty aggressive. Ooh, a little bit of a slugfest, and Sumo got a little bit of that ugly face.
And I like what I'm seeing, though. Even though he's got the knockdown, right, he's still standing in the logo, still slugging it out, right. He's like, I'm not taking the easy win and just running away the whole time.
Yeah.
Ooh, good counter shot coming in there over the top.
Ooh, Sumo's hurt. Oh no, more lag. Ooh.
Bad timing
This
for
lag,
it.
I bet it's frustrating the heck out of these fighters. Both were just slugging hooks. No blood
Yeah, at
touch.
this point, with the
Red, no holding.
at this point, oh my God, he's just really eating up precious clock that Sumo needs to
dang.
turn this around.
Sumo got hurt. Got pieced up. Ooh!
There it is.
Sumo gonna go down. He's hurt. Ooh.
That is going to be the end.
Ladies
Let
and
us
gentlemen,
heck of a match. Let's go to the judges' decision. And there,
Sumo takes it. Wow.
Sumo with the and yeah, you can see it. Probably the high lag matches also tend to be the lower damage ones because you think you're hitting someone on your screen, but you're not hitting them on theirs. But we had 320 to 529, 131 to 436, 569 to 1375. Sumo just turning it on for that last round damage wise. But really, the story I think is just solid defense all the way through, doubling the damage at the end.
Yeah, heck of a match. I can't wait to see this next one. It's going to be Killer Cam versus Floyd Mayweather. But first, let's lock in with the fighters. Sumo, do you have anything to say if you're here? All right.
Yo,
Let's
what's
lock
up?
in with him.
What's up, Sumo?
Yo,
Heck
yo.
of a win.
So, yeah, it is. So Tornado, remember earlier whenever you said bad defense?
Yeah,
I think I
I
got
saw
that-
you really stepped up that defense.
Oh, just the head movement. I
Your
mean,
guard is also. I saw your guard is actually a little better too.
yeah, trying to work on that. And he's lucky it wasn't a 5-round fight, or I would have TKO'd him. He got saved by that bell.
Wow. A heck of a fight. Did you? A heck of a fight. Did you? Were you nervous at all coming into this, or were you like locked in? Like,
I mean, pretty locked in. But I mean, what can really happen? We lose? That's not that bad.
all right, Supa, you have anything to ask?
Man, all I gotta say, Sumo, you did your thing, bro. You know, and I was watching on the sidelines. You know what I'm saying? Running it, chat. Was the people have been crowding in, man. So hell of a first fight. I just want to know, man. V4 with the updates. You've been training. You've been leveling up. How do you feel? How's you feel right now? What's going through your mind?
All I gotta say is don't brawl with me or you'll lose.
In up on the stream for your viewing pleasure. We out here trying to show you the best in VR boxing right now, some entertaining fighters, and speaking of entertaining, you know what I'm saying, and if you don't have Discord, sorry Jonathan, if you don't have Discord, there's really no way we can get you in on a fight. Everybody signs up through the Discord, and everybody right now is watching in the Discord. We got a couple of people out here, so shout outs to the Discord chat. So let's get on to the next fight. We actually have a very exciting.
Wait, can I say one more thing?
Oh yeah, go on in, bro. Go ahead.
Blue. So you were saying 100% him, right?
Coach Blue in the chat.
I absolutely was.
I guess you were wrong there.
Yeah, no, this man, he got tunnel vision. He got tunnel vision. He started fighting like an idiot. That's something we're going to work on.
Look,
Hold on.
look. Oh wait,
So-
we got two people up in here. Let's hear from both of them.
I landed.
Yeah, let's get ZJ up on here.
Oh my-
ZJ,
My bad.
good fight.
Yeah. I mean, there's no way I did 100 damage in that second round. Hits that would do over 50 were just not landing. So I mean, I'm frustrated, but it is what it is. But if the internet is, fixed, I would run it back with you anytime because you have such an ego. It's crazy.
All right,
Gotcha.
I appreciate it. Well, while you got, let me go ahead and lock in with the chat real quick. So, Apple user, how do I get it? You know what I'm saying? If you got a Quest 2, Quest 3, jump on the Quest store. Right now, it's out like $9.99 for the game for Thrill of the Fight 2. And once you get that, for everybody who's trying to get in on a fight, tonight's card is locked in. We got all the boxers set up, at every Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we open up the signups for that day right here in the Discord. So best thing you can do right now, join the Discord, lock in with us, hit up one of our refs, get familiar with how to fight, y'all. I mean, for those who are watching right now, y'all are going to see it. We have Killer Cam, the #1 fighter on the Discord right now, versus someone, aka Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? And right now, Floyd Mayweather is a rising star. So you want to see what happens when you have somebody who shows up and shows out in exhibitions. Actually, Floyd Mayweather is going to be getting tested today, because depending on how he does in this match is how far up the ranks I'm going to let him challenge to see if he can make it to number 1. So, you know what I'm saying? People lock in. So Weston M10 says the link won't work. Boy, I tell you, Discord hates us. Discord doesn't want to let people in. We already got 2,000 people in. Solly, if you could do me a favor and shoot me that other link. I'm gonna try both of them.
All right, I'll do that, but we got to start this match because we got both of these fighters got some places to be. So I'm going to start that, and then I'll send you the link.
And things to do. So without further ado, lock in with the chat. I'm going to drop the link here in a bit. We have Floyd Mayweather. Wait, so it's Floyd's in the blue. Someone.
Yes, Floyd's in the.
All right. And then Solly, let me. Me and you are commentate this one because we have some history. So 3 minutes on the clock. Let's go ahead. Exhibition time. We got Killer Cam. Oh, and I got a Ram. Oh, and I got to refresh it. Yep. Killer Cam in the red, and then someone in the black. And already, this is going to be exciting match, Solid. We've already seen what Killer Cam can do against the best of the best. So, how are you feeling about Cam? Someone. I'm gonna call him someone because that's what I have his name as. How do you feel about someone's chance today fighting against the champ?
I mean, I think it's very good, right? Like, I've basically the only time I've seen him lose recent memory is in that UFL.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And Cam, for everybody who's watching out there, known for an aggressive infighting style, right? That's where he's strongest. But Cam, being a boxer in real life, right, has a lot of skills. And you see Cam already working the inside against Floyd Mayweather. And this inside work is exactly what landed him the number 1 spot. Gotta see that again. Floyd Mayweather. And this inside work is exactly big working hit the inside against Floyd Mayweather. And this against someone taste the mat for the first time, Solly. It's the number 1. It's number 1 right now. You know, something to expect. Some quick knockdowns, and if you're someone, you got to start really rethinking what your game plan is in round number 1.
Yeah, he's got to be careful. Cam is just right there doing those sharp hooks, and that's what has put him down earlier. And that's the thing. Cam's, you know, his arms are a little bit low, but he almost more than anyone is just inviting counters and just waiting for you to bite and just looking forward to bite back.
100%. 100%. And the crazy part about it is Cam is very versatile, right? So this round, for everyone who's unfamiliar, was a 3-round format that we do here for the exhibition nights. And round 1 is always the discovery round. It's the round where both fighters are just trying to see what cards are on the table and what the other person could do. And you can see right now, Cam not really going all the way in, very, very tentative, just trying to land a few shots, 1-2s, good hooks. Oh my God, and down.
I love the little runaround taunt. Cam feeling himself very well this first round, and one more is gonna put him in an early KO. I did not see that as a possible result, but here we are. Someone now in survival mode for this round.
100%.
And only 100%. A few more seconds that he's got to live. Ugly faces there, though. Cam's looking for it. He's hunting. He only needs one more shot. Someone's got to be careful, and he made
number 1 concludes. Not surprising to me, but how would you feel about that first round? How do you feel about the performance here?
I mean, you know, it was a great round from both fighters, but I honestly shocked by the dominance that Cam was able to put on there. Now, hopefully that's not going to be, you know, the end of it. Someone is one with, you know, a big bag of tricks, like Floyd Mayweather, you know, himself. He's got that defense, and he knows how to change in the later rounds. So, you know, of all the fighters that this is not over for, this is definitely one of them. But, you know, pretty steep mountain to overcome after round 1.
All right, round number 2, the adjustment round, right? We've already seen what both people can do. Someone has tasted the mat twice. He's got the experience. Hopefully he can get the measure of his opponent. And, you know, in the adjustment round, this is kind of like, hey, if you got knocked down twice, you still have 2 rounds to work with, right? So someone is down, but definitely not out. And let's see how he adjusts against Killer Cam. Again, number 1 in the Discord.
High guard.
That's true. I like the idea because it's been where he's been getting hit, right? He likes to use that Philly shell, and right there, right, you saw Cam's hooks are coming around to those open spots. He's just catching them in the critical points.
Yeah, both. Yeah, Floyd. Yeah, he is also a boxer in real life, so it's basically this is what also makes the fight very interesting. 2 boxers are actually colliding. And someone's hurt. He needs to keep his guard up. That's always been his issue. Is he doesn't really guard. He guards his body a lot.
I mean, when you're going against
true,
Cam,
most other
not a bad idea. Not a bad idea going against Cam, because you see Cam, his power shot is a left uppercut or left hook to the liver or sternum. You got to be careful because Cam gets those weak spot hits in. You know, can't be too careful.
vicious.
Ooh!
Down goes Killer Cam. Wow.
Surgical precision.
Down
Just
goes
goes
Killer.
with a little jab. It almost looked like.
Down goes
I
Killer.
see that one coming.
Ready? Box.
Right on the nose. Found that perfect opening and went right through that nose.
Yeah, and that's why you can never count someone out. Just a little momentary lapse for Cam, and he just struck in like a viper, taking that knockdown and putting this match a little bit closer back in his favor.
Yeah. Yeah, someone really needs to work on guarding his face a little more. That's what put him down the first couple of times. Ooh, Cam's hurt.
This is why someone is rated as one of the boxers who's ready to challenge the top 16. Look how well he's doing against number 1. This is a competitive fight, you guys. Chat, make some noise. You know what I'm saying? Make some noise for these fighters because, right, this is VR. This isn't button pressing. This isn't controllers. This is people really throwing hands out here, putting their endurance, really, and their pride on the line, and round 2 comes to an end. Let me lock in. JT, how do I join? I'm dropping the Discord link to you guys. And for those who are joining the live, I appreciate the love on the production. Testing out instant replay today. It's only going to get better from this point on. So, I appreciate it. Fellas, how do y'all feel about that round? You know, someone coming in doing a lot better, right? Talking about making adjustments. He definitely made the adjustments there.
Yes. Yeah, he waited just for that right moment where Cam opened up his face enough wide enough to wait for that nose shot, and boom, went right for it. Both fighters are actually pretty accurate with their punches. Cam seems to be taking more of his time, while someone is just being aggressive.
And
Cam is more that
Seconds out.
We had round number 1. I would say someone for me took round number 2. It's on the cards. It's in my heart.
Sure.
Chat, I think, believes. But right now, if Cam doesn't go in this round, it's going to be someone's match to win. And what an upset it would be, right? Cementing someone. I mean, someone is already going to get an invite, but this will definitely solidify him as one of the top contenders coming in once the ranked ladder starts.
Yeah, someone is actually a very good fighter. He beat me in almost every spar.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No, he's definitely a devastating fighter, and I gotta say, right, like Cam, I think, is doing the right thing. He's still being careful. It's his match. You know, he got such a dominant round 1 with those 2 knockdowns. I think the real question is going to be in round 2, right? Was it a 10-8 round, or was Cam doing a little bit more of that damage and maybe brought it closer to like a 10-9? But someone definitely still behind on the scorecards, and I think has to be the one doing a little bit more work, and it looks like he's the one waiting for counters so far.
right now,
Yeah, this is a
winning for
pretty-
score is going to be the thing, I think, Solly. You know, like, you don't have to win in a knockdown here for either one. I think winning convincingly on the scorecards is what you want, and that's, I think, what Killer Cam is working on right now. And what the great thing about Cam is like, he doesn't chase the knockdowns. He lets the knockdowns come to him, but wow! That knockdown definitely came to him. Knockdowns come to him, but wow!
That is
He doesn't chase the knockdowns. He lets the knockdowns come to him. Chase the knockdowns. He lets the knockdowns come to him, but wow! Major upset. It might be. It might be a comeback, bro. Like,
I wouldn't say comeback too early.
You right, Blue. You right.
Slug out a little bit. Really desperate for that last knockdown. Really save the match. Someone's hurt.
Now he's got to be careful, right? We're seeing a Cram on the aggressive now because he's behind on.
Excellent hand speed here, excellent coordination. The accuracy is pinpoint. I'm really curious to see if Cam can follow through and get that knockdown to tie up the scoreboards again. Because I think the damage is going to surprise us all by the end. It's either going to be really tied or really in somebody's favor.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Ooh, someone's hurt. Oh, I wonder who's going to take.
I think someone took that one, bro. It's two rounds, definitely, I think, in his favor. It could be debatable, but I think someone got that one. And of course, that boy, get that man a spot on the leaderboard. That's what I say. That's what I say. Hey, let's look at the details real quick. So someone coming in a devastating first round, right? I mean, very tragic, but it's the adjustment round, right? You gotta see what you're dealing with. And what a adjustment that was made, round number 2, coming back with a 10-8 round in his favor, and then closing out again with a 10-8 round. Looking at the knockdowns, he took his time, man. He got put down on the canvas that first round, took his time, came back with the second round with 2 knockdowns, one knockdown each round. And then let's look at the damage. Let's look at how razor thin this matchup was. Both of them staying very competitive, close to each other, right? And it really came down to shot selection and patience. Someone getting those knockdowns, especially in the third round. Look at that, and the way that he did. If he didn't get that knockdown, it would have been a much closer round, and I think Blue really had the right POV on this. You know, this was a top-tier match. It could have went any way, to be honest. Chat, let me know how y'all feel about that round. You know what I'm saying? Should we give someone a shot at the top 16? You see how well he just did against number 1. I think the man can do it. Fellas, how do y'all feel about it?
I can't wait to see how this goes. All right, it's going to lock in with the fighters.
Absolutely.
Killer Cam.
Solid, if you can, before we get in, go ahead and shoot me the link. Doyle already says, yeah, give him a shot. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Make him number 1 contender. Yeah.
Yeah. I said, Cam, you're a little quiet for us. Can you try to raise your mic or talk closer to it?
Chat's trying to hear you talk, bro.
Is this better?
Hello.
A little bit. Say it with your chest, bro. Say it with your chest.
Hey, bro. GG's in here. That first time, my hands were closer to my head, but that second knockdown, he just got me. All I saw was pineapple white, bro.
All right, so I can't hear him, but chat, I'm going to translate for the best that I can. He said, first off, GG's to the opponent. You know what I'm saying? Cam is a class act. The man is not going to make no excuses. He's always going to give props whenever he can. He definitely got caught. That's the last thing I heard. But all I know is Cam was giving this man props. Like, that's just what we got to say. The point that I want to make is this man got props from number 1. So I'm definitely giving him a shot. Someone, Floyd Mayweather, look out for a little DM from your boy. You know what I'm saying?
All right, let's hear from him as well. How are you feeling after taking on Cam? Some of the top competition that we have at Ringside. How do you feel like you stack up?
Dude, he hits so hard, bro. I can't even lie. Oh my god. Yo, the only reason I want to give props to him. He calmed me down after that first knockdown because I was kind of getting emotional because there's some things going on in my life right now, right? But I want to give congrats to Consort for helping me win, right? Yeah, man, I was breathing like really fast, like I couldn't hold myself. So I want to give thanks to Concord for helping me keep my emotions in and stick to the game plan. Yeah. That's
Look,
all I gotta say to y'all.
Dang.
bro, like I just want to say, I'm not gonna ask you about what's been going on in your life on stream. I ain't with the kind of personal stuff. I just want to say whatever you're going through, bro. The Discord's got you, the squad's got you. You know what I'm saying? And whatever it is, you know what I'm saying. I feel like you're gonna get through. You've been doing your thing here for weeks now. You know what I'm saying? And so, once the ladder comes in, you're definitely gonna have a spot on the top 16 to work your way up. So, like I said, man, best of luck to you on that. Chat wants to see you fighting. You know what I'm saying? They like, get Cam down there. And I'm like, oh, this is an exhibition, bro. His record's not going to get changed. But once it comes to real live fire, that's when it's going to be real. So I appreciate you coming through. Appreciate both of y'all for real, for putting on a great show. And you know what I'm saying? Just want to let y'all know from my heart, from the homies' hearts, man. You know what I'm saying? Hope you make it out on the other end.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Chat.
We're going to...
I'm gonna lock in with y'all real quick while Solly gets the next boxers up. So
they're up and ready, man.
Oh my goodness, who we got up next, bro? Blue
All
corner.
right, so we got two new fighters who did not give me an ELO. So we got Joe Figure versus Gavin Keeney.
Joe
Figure in the red corner, Gavin in the blue.
Gavon or Gav?
Gavan.
Gavin. All
Gavon.
right. Joe
Gavon,
Figure.
I don't know.
Hey, we're gonna call him Gavin, right? And because if like I said, when you sign up, if you have a special pronunciation for your ring call.
Oh yeah. Joe Figure. Sorry, he's going as Bartholomew.
Man, I like Joe Figure. I don't even know how to spell Bartholomew. All right, Bartholomeo.
MEW. Read more One Piece, man.
Oh, that Bartholomew.
Oh,
I thought this was the official one. Okay, all right. And so let me just go ahead and make sure we got everything reset real quick. And so before we get started on this next fight, chat. Jacob says, how long we going tonight? Usually the party rocks on until about midnight, depending on how fast the fights go, right? We try to keep the banter. I'm gonna try to get locked in tonight. JT said he's trying to get the ones. If you think you got the hands, bro, there's a link for the Discord page. The Discord link's not working. We just saw some really dope fights, and we're looking for the best fighters here on exhibition. So anybody who wants to know how to join, if you think you got the hands, first step, join the Discord. The Discord has like 300, 400 people live active on the Discord every day, and the Discord is over 2,000 people, so it's a big community. We have boxing gyms that you can join, ran by the ref team here. We got ref moderation squad, and we run everything through the channel, right? So a lot of action coming in. Jacob, here's the new link for you, my boy. Okay, cool. Just join. So JT, whenever you join and hop in, just hit up DM anybody with a ref tag, right? Or just holla at people in the general chat, and somebody will come and help you. So we got two new fighters in here on the next part of the card. We got Bartholomew in the blue corner taking on Gavon in the red corner. We don't know what the heck is going to happen, but Solly, go ahead and roll the cameras, and I'll go ahead and get started.
Other way around. We got Bartholomew in the red corner. Gavin
Bartholomew in the red corner. I'm sorry. That could have been a critical mistake. See, this is why you got to have the squad with you, man. Make sure, you know what I'm saying, you don't make rookie mistakes.
Clock in check.
All right. Heck yeah. All right. We got, let me update. We got Gavon in the blue corner, Bartholomew in the red corner. Solly, whenever you're ready, go ahead and take it away. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and take it away.
Starting up now.
Jacob with the rose. Appreciate it, my boy. Appreciate it.
All right.
Ooh, quite a height advantage.
Seconds out.
All right, so Gavin Keeney in the blue corner wearing the black trunks, and Bartholomew wearing the...
That was fast.
And you said who's with the red trunks?
Red trunks is Bartholomew. And another knockdown! Trunks is Bartholomew.
Wow.
Red trunks is
right,
Bartholomew. This is a dangerous way for this to go. This is why you gotta give elos, people. If you don't have one, then anyone could be your matchup.
It's gonna be
Both
rough
of these
too.
fighters. Yeah.
Dang, this match just seemed this is a complete outmatch. It looks like, even with the height disadvantage, he doesn't even care. He's just going right on in.
He's getting destroyed out here. This man's getting tagged up like he is a grocery item on sale. He got to fight back. Gavin, fight back.
For that one example you used whenever I beat Driftery, tee it up on him like Donald Trump playing golf.
I'm telling you, bro. Look, this is why we say, I mean, Solly was correct. Put your elo up, and if you don't know, ask, because we're here to help you when you sign up. We want to keep things fair, right? We try to match people based on elo, based on skill, and we also try to match people based on reach, and just to keep it interesting, right? So
Yeah,
you know, don't blame us if you get your butt whooped virtually.
Sometimes happens, but I gotta say, Gavin doing a good. Oh no! And just as I spoke, Commentator's curse puts him down third time, and that happens. But I gotta say, Gavin doing a good. Oh no! Gavin. Sometimes happens, but I gotta.
First round TKO. It's like he didn't even have a chance to adjust.
Right.
Showing nothing but respect.
Wow.
All right, let's lock in and see that scorecard then. Let's take a look. Now we all saw what happened, right? Joe figured.
That's one of the fastest
Yeah.
the fastest TKOs I've seen on this league.
Everybody saw it. Clean sweeps, big hands, getting busy, active work. You know, we don't need to sit right here for too long. Let's just get to the fighters real quick. And chat, I'm gonna help you guys out. I see some people asking, how do we get in? So until the fighters come up on, I'm gonna let y'all know. If you think you got the hands, all you got to do is join the Discord. I'm about to drop the link here in the chat. Just dropped it on. Okay, everybody's just dropping it there. Cool. All right, so yeah, just jump in, right? Join the Discord, especially if you guys are on TikTok. Every Sunday we do this, 5 p.m. Signups are there for the first 30 boxers. They get in on stream. Everybody else outside of that, your boy can't stream forever, so we'll catch you next week. But for now, if you're new, just jump into the Discord. The next fight night is going to be on Thursdays, where we have Crossing the Void. We will have our ranked ladder resuming next Saturday. And then we'll be back right here again for the exhibitions to find out who got the hands next Sunday. All right, fellas, who's up on the mic next?
Dude, I did not know I was that bad at this game. Oh my god.
Ooh, yeah. You'll learn real quick showing up on the exhibitions, right? Whether you got the hands or not. But don't let that discourage you though, because this is where you get to show your stuff. It is just an exhibition, right? No records are being recorded right now. You know, and it's no shame. I am curious though. Do you know what your elo is? I know both of y'all didn't put an elo up, so
Nope. He just went out.
All I gotta say is props to the guy who absolutely whooped me. I wish I could be that good. GG's.
Hey, look, I will say this. You're much better than I am. I'm an old man, right? I get whooped by these dudes all the time. It's kind of like a pastime, you know. Beat the host, right? Punch him down. Solly's been there. We call it, what do we call it? The gauntlets. You know, it's just some young kids beating us down.
Mm-hmm.
The best way to improve, I will say, people get better. They improve. So definitely lock in with the homies, lock in with the community, and I want to see you back here next week, bro, because I want to see you do better every time.
All right, bro. Thanks again for having me on here.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming through. Gavin, you know what I'm saying? Where you at? Or I think that was Gavin that we just talked to. Was it?
Yeah, that was Gavin McKill we just talked to. But I don't know who keeps kicking Bartholomew down, but let's get
we gotta get the Bartholomew up here.
Bartholomew said he has nothing to say.
Ooh, got nothing to say. Man's real silent. All right. So while we get set up, we got the next two people up here. Solly, who is in the blue corner?
All right, in the blue corner we got King Volk.
King Volk. Heck yeah. VOLK, and then we have we got our boy Jackmon.
Jackmon, one of the greatest fighters I've ever fought.
Jackmon doing really well. Let me go ahead and update. You know, glaze this man up like a holiday ham. You know what I'm saying? Real sweet, like. You know what I mean? So chat, we're gonna lock in for another fight here. I just want to remind everybody that if you want the link, I'm gonna drop it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep dropping it, so just keep asking. Again, I don't have everything set up for the stream for this week's stream, but I'm gonna try my best to keep it locked in with everybody. Up next, we've got King Volk taking on Jackmon here in a 3-round exhibition match of Thrill of the Fight 2. Solly, whenever you are ready.
I'm excited to see this fight. Jackmon, he's just a great fighter.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we've sparred a couple times, and he's just always a fun fight. A good fighter, fun fighter to watch. A good fight, like, just in general, he's fun.
All right, I got the match up. Very exciting match popping off here. King Volk, Jackmon, 3 minutes on the clock. Round number 1. The discovery round starts. Fellas, take it away.
Covering aggression. The crowd is loving it, though. I am too. Both fighters coming in, showing some good stuff, and they got to be careful. There it is.
Down he goes.
Careful. There it is.
We got King Volk.
They got to be careful.
Shorts in the blue corner, and then we have Jackmon in the red corner with the white trunks, looking pretty good with those purple gloves. A nice touch with the gloves and shoes, though. Love the fashion.
That helps. All right. Already King Volk is hurt. Jackmon's really been putting on the pressure and just piecing him up.
Could not agree more. Honestly, Tornado, I don't know what you do at this point, but that's all you need to do is just find a shot.
You got
and just do at this point, but that's all. Just like that, we have honestly, I don't know what you do at this point, but that's all. And more fireworks to come if that first few minutes was anything to go by.
You guys, we gotta remember one thing about this new damage system, and I know we've been caught up in the action. You can't get too confident with your offense, right? Jackmon throwing a lot of punches in, trying to keep that pressure on King Volk, and King Volk, when you throw more than 4 punches, dang, down he goes. I was just about to say, when you throw more than a couple of punches, you leave yourself for counter shots and surprise. When you throw more than 4 punches. When you throw more than 4 punches, and dang, King Volk is just doing his thing, though.
Yeah, it's always a bad habit for most of these fighters. We all have a tendency to drop our hands once we get aggressive, and that really leaves openings. And especially with the spam system, you have to really be careful.
Yeah, you definitely do. That's the timer. He knows he doesn't want it. He doesn't want it. He just wants to survive, and he's got to be careful. Jackmon trying to take it anyway. Chasing him down, and there he comes!
He gets it!
Amazing.
Last seconds.
Take it anyway. Chasing him down! Oh, for 5, and he's got to be careful. Jackmon trying to take it anyway. Chasing him down!
Wow.
Amazing. Just amazing. That boy Jackmon.
Heck of a performance.
And you can see Volk did not want to give that to him. He shook his head. He's saying, I'm not slugging it out with you. Jackmon said, I don't care. Chased him down to the ropes and took that knockdown anyway. But let's see that scorecard. 10-6 in Jackmon's favor. 1 knockdown to 3. And what I really want to see here is the damage. 548 to 1995. Wow. In 1 round that technically didn't go the distance, but may as well have. He got that in the literal last second he could. But 2,000 damage in 1 round is crazy.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. 95 is a good year, guys. 95 is a real good year. I just want to put that out there. 95 was a good year. Okay, and this was a good fight. I cannot wait to hear from Jackmon. Chat, you already know we're headhunting in these exhibition matches, right? We're trying to find out who's got the hands, right? This is where you can showcase yourself, because really and truly, we want to stack the top 16 for the rank ladder with the most exciting fighters out there. And this is our way of kind of vetting people, right? So letting the chat see who they have. People asking right now, can I fight? Can I fight? Can I fight? Of course you can, right? Not tonight though, because we got the card booked, right? The card is already filled up, but every Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can have your chance to show us if you got the hands. All you got to do is join the Discord. I'm going to be spamming the link in the chat right now. TikTok is where we're at. It is on and popping over there. I'm going to be spamming that link. Join it. Hit up one of our refs. Bro, gotta holla at you. You know what I'm saying? So, Jack, right? You've been showing up and showing out, man. I've been having my eye on you for a little bit as well. How do you feel about this fight tonight? It looked like an easy night for you, bro.
He wasn't easy. He's actually really good, I think, but I got it done because his guard's too, open and he's too stiff. But yeah, that's my third round 1 TKO in a row. So yeah, I'm gonna either. I think I'm gonna call out. Give me Tainato. Yeah.
Ooh, okay? So look, I got a question for you. I got a question, right? Because you calling out Tainato, right? And so, would you be interested if you were invited to join the top 16 boxers? Right? We fight on Saturdays. It's for rank. It's for position. It's for prizes, and it is if you make it into the top 8 and fight on one of the paid cards, it has paid cards. Would you be down?
Hell yeah, bro.
This man said I did because you did. Look, you've had some very spectacular performances so far, so I definitely want to see how you could take on folks like Tainato, right? So I'm putting him down. You know what I'm saying? Some people, just keep an eye on it. I let about 4 people in per week. I think is going to be good to try to challenge. So you're definitely one of the people this weekend, I think, who could prove himself. Chat, let me know how y'all feel. You know what I'm saying? Both inside and outside the audience here. You know what I'm saying? Chance to, challenge the top 16. I already know some folks on the bottom of that top 16. I think you give a run for money. So, but I think, man, congratulations.
Yes. Everyone say yes in that.
Everyone says yes. He's had 3 round 1 performances, right? I mean, you got to give it up to the man. He's been doing really well. But big congrats to you today, bro. I want to lock in with King Volk. King Volk, where you at?
Hello.
All right, first time out, King Volk. How you feeling, bro? And just anybody is up for challenge and for the hands here on the Discord, so it's always a good place to get the workout in, man. So I appreciate you for coming through on the Discord. Very much want to give you a big welcome to the Ringside VR clan. And for those of you who are out there who want to be like King Volk, make your way out on the big stage, go ahead and join that Discord. But King Volk, anything you want to say to the homies before we get on to the next battle?
I don't know. It was fun. He's a good opponent. Yeah, that's basically about it.
Hey, that's all you can expect from a boxing VR game. You had fun and you fought a good opponent. If that's all you walked away with, hey, that's a dub in my book. All right, so we're gonna get on next with the next battle, a classic one. Your boy Boogie taking on the Brawl Father. So Boogie in the blue corner, Brawl Father in the red corner. And also, ladies and gentlemen, y'all may not be able to see this in the back end because you see my pretty face on the front end. But shout outs to my homie Solly. Shout outs to Tainato for jumping in. Is Blue here? No, okay, Blue was here. He lent us some words. But shout out to the homies, the squad here on Ringside VR, and it is not easy to stream and do all this content creation, but also the stream would not run as smooth without the homies on the back. Get some W's in there for the homies, for real. You know what I'm saying? Commentary on deck, running the things behind the stage on deck. You know what I'm saying? Keeping it moving and grooving. So we got the next fighters up. Solly, whenever you want to hit start, go ahead, and I'm gonna let the chat know, yes, this is Thrill the Fight 2. Yes, this is VR. Yes, we do run these live. This is not pre-recorded. So if you want to join in, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and hit that link, join the Discord. You know what I'm saying? And for now,
Foreman, and so we got a little Muhammad Ali George Foreman fight going our way.
I absolutely love it, bro. You already know I love when people get in character. It just makes everything so much more fun to watch, and these two are already fun to watch. So chat, I hope you're excited for this. I know I am.
I could not be more excited if the chat isn't just lighting up at this point. They don't know what a good fight is.
No, we're going to show them. They're going to show
Early
them.
shots coming out. Boogie aiming for that big belly. Boogie has two, though.
Both these fighters, I'm glad that they aren't slugging. They're actually being a lot more technical than these past few fights. They're taking their time, working with that jab and stuff.
Chat going crazy,
Absolutely.
though.
No shade to any.
For the homies. They out here yelling, Ali, 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 Bombay, Ali. Sent Dolphin, appreciate the love, man. Go ahead, y'all.
No, I was just gonna say, right? Like people, not to knock anyone's style, but styles absolutely make fights, and these two make for an exciting one. You got like a George Foreman with a Philly shell, like the little flicker jabs he's throwing, getting some good crosses and hooks in there. Yeah. Meanwhile, Boogie rocking with a pretty solid Muhammad Ali style, right? Like he's got the little shuffle in there. He's got those quick hands, and he loves to use that head movement.
Ooh, he has that ugly face.
Oh, and I love the key jangle. One of my favorite moves. You can use it in either hand, switch it out with either hand too. Just distract your opponent a little bit. Try to catch them off guard. See if they bite.
Did you just call that move the key jangle?
The key jangle.
That is the move. That is the name. You heard it here first, folks. The key jangle. Jangle them keys.
I love it.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah, this is a pretty good fight so far. Brawlfly has really been rocking Boogie. I believe that's what his name is. Face.
Ooh, yeah. Crowd going wild, too, man. They're really getting into it. At the end of the round, coming to a close. You got your boy Brawlfather putting in some work, trying to land those last few shots, trying to impress the judges, and round one coming to a close. Fellas, how y'all feel about that round?
Wow, it was a very, very good round. Brawlfire has actually really been piecing up Boogie a little bit, but Boogie's just hanging on in there. He hasn't gone down yet. I wonder if he's waiting for round two to come.
Let me double check.
Fatigued or looking for openings.
Is Boogie in the blue corner?
I think so. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Brawlfather's in the pink with the chubby chubby dubby.
Let me go ahead and switch that up real quick. Had it backwards. Had the mans with the wrong fit. Let me fix that in the graphics real quick. But yes, everybody in the chat, appreciate the love tonight. If you think you got the hands, definitely join the Discord. I will be spamming it, so definitely ask if you want that link. Round number 2, you know what to do. Let's get it on and popping.
Is similar to how the round one started, still feeling each other out, but with a little bit more knowledge of what each of them has in the tank now. And how do you think this is gonna go? Right, like at this point, I don't really know who I would give round one to. I would say pretty even, and so both fighters have to make adjustments, but also they know what they are doing is kind of partially working. And in my opinion, that's the most difficult time to, that's the most difficult kind of adjustment round to enter.
Yeah, well, first of all, I got to say big shout-outs to Braylon Cormier with the 60 roses. And what's that, a Reptar? I don't even know. I love it. Heck, ladies and gentlemen. Koya with another GG's. Appreciate it. Fellas, take it away. I'm just going to pop in with the chat every once in a while. All right, the homies right now, gobsmacked, shook by the hands that are being laid down. The smacketh down coming around. Braylon with the love. I appreciate you, all of y'all, for the love. Another Reptar for the homies as they duke it out. I want to remind everybody that these exhibition matches are how we do every Sunday. We feature boxers from the Discord. Join the Discord. I'm going to be spamming it in the chat. Braylon with another 60 roses, making it rain for these gladiators in this virtual arena tonight. And right now, Boogie in the blue corner with the white and black trunks, looking like a young Muhammad Ali, taking on the Brawl Father, one of the coolest names we got out there, doing their thing today. Solly, you know, this round number 2 is off to a great start. Big counter hits coming in. Boogie looking like he's finding his range, sitting nice and pretty in the pocket. Great head movement coming in. I think he might run away with this, especially if this keeps going. Solly, how do you feel about it?
I feel like that's probably the accurate take, but you know, the last few exchanges just felt like a repetition of each other, right? Deja vu, just those quick 1-2 exchanges, backing out, resetting, 1-2 exchange, back out. They each feel like they're trading about one shot, getting the other blocked, and so you know it's going to be very interesting to see who actually comes out on the scorecards with who's been hitting the higher damage shots. You know, crowd's been liking it for both fighters.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's some clean hits coming through too. A lot of the times in these VR games, it tends to get a little arm swingy. It tends to get a little hectic, right? You know, chats right here, really going in for Ali, aka Boogie. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Wonderland out here, as I like to call him. But these have been some really clean shots in this last round. I gotta say, I mean, especially in this game, it's so hard to get those animations to look right. These two boxers for real have been putting it out on the line. You know what I'm saying? Are you not entertained? VR fight fans out there, are you not entertained? I am. Solly, how about you?
Deeply entertained by this and excited to get into round number 2. At this point, you know, I'm interested to see how these fighters adjust. And, you know, if they're going to deviate from the styles that they've shown so far, or if they're going to, you know, stick with what, you know, hasn't necessarily been working great, but it hasn't necessarily let them down either.
Nah, I think they're very evenly matched, man. And right now, you know, it's going to be a battle of wits. It's who's going to break mentally, right? The emotional damage. Who's going to fall, right? Because both of them actually have been pretty close. Landing some good hits right now, mixing it up, as well as staying defensively responsible, right? And so this is the kind of VR boxing match a lot of people like to see, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And I am one of those people 100%, right? Like, you get very technical, and it's one of those fights that you really feel like, man, this could come down to one punch, one sequence, right? Just one moment and lapse of judgment where the other person just takes it. Because, you know, the damage, like, you know, not like some of the other matches we've been seeing, right? Like, they're hitting hard, but they're not hitting, like, with crazy shots, right? They're really working more about, like, aiming them, and they're okay with knocking someone down with 3 shots instead of 1.
And I hope we get to see a knockdown for real, man. This man Brawl Father out here slugging. You could tell he is just fighting with pure heart right now. Boogie fighting back, very sharp and crisp counterattacks, but it could be any man chopping down the tree. Which one is going to fall first? I don't know, but all I know for sure is this is a good-ass fight. Shout out to your boy Braylon. Braylon, boy, get your butt in this Discord, man. You know, oh my God, and there it is! Fighting with all the heart in this Discord, man. You know, oh my God! Boy, get your butt in this Discord, man. You know, easy to get sucked in. It's easy to get sucked into the action, bro. Everybody who's joining in on TikTok, Ms. Moke, Goats, you know what I'm saying? JCM777. I appreciate you, you know what I'm saying? Baby Cash, the card is filled for the night, but join the Discord. We can get you in next Sunday, 5 p.m. EST. Definitely sign up. I'm going to be spamming the link in the chat. Hopefully you guys can see it. Let me know. Uh-oh. What's going down? What's going on? Okay, I guess that was Brawl Father's cat that just entered the room. And he had to say, no, kitty, no. And then now he's back into the action. I think that's what just happened.
You gotta love those IRL inputs that you know, are unexpected but can sometimes change the match when they happen at a bad moment or just lead to a little funny moment like that.
Yeah, that's the best part about VR boxing. Somebody said earlier, is this better than Undisputed? I mean, personally, bro, I find this better than Undisputed because I know I'm watching real people throw some real hands, and something about that just feels really good, you know?
Absolutely. And let's go to that scorecard, but I think we've got a clear decision. And yeah, just in favor of Brawlfather, that knockdown definitely getting him the win, but looks like he was dominating the entire match. 10-8, 10-8, 10-7. And that is a 10-8 round without knockdown. So that is crazy. 400 to 1177, 351 to 947, and then 905 to 1560. Both fighters just laying it out there all for round number 3.
Absolutely, and I just want to say I got to give the community love. Got to give the community love. Avoid already sent a rose. Love the rose. Love the support for these two boxers. It's been one hell of a fight. That was awesome. Like, absolutely awesome. I hope you guys like that as much as I have. And honestly, today I've been having a lot of fun just because I've been testing out. Avoid with dang, hold up now. Hold up. Not one of these moments right here. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that. Oh, and he sent the hearts. 23 more roses. Look, the love is pouring out here. Absolutely love it. Let's lock in with the homies right now. Brawlfather. You know what I'm saying? Gotta hear from you, homie. I want to hear from you first, and then Boogie, we gotta come in here. So, Brawlfather.
Yes.
My boy. Fighting with heart. All of the heart. Right? Boogie is not an easy boxer to go against, man. But you slugged it out. Pound for pound. Earned that win. How are you feeling, bro?
Good.
Feeling good. Feeling great. Feeling great. Feeling good. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Look, I just want to say thank you for coming in and showing up. The chat absolutely loved it. I mean, this is probably the hypest match that they've been active in so far. You really gave them a fight for the night, man. Brawlfather, I'm building a short list of folks that I want to see challenge over time. Do you have any interest in ranked boxing? You know?
Of course.
You know what I mean? I think. Look, both you and Boogie have been on a short list for a while. I don't know when I'm going to be able to get people in, but I wanted for these first couple of invites, right? I want to give the folks who've been showing up and showing out, who've been consistent on the exhibitions, kind of like the people that I've been seeing. So I know your name has been rotating in my head, and it's y'all probably gonna hear me say this a lot, right? I don't know who's gonna get invited first, but I mean, both you and Boogie, I do want to see you guys take on the top 16. So big congrats tonight, man. Great show as always. Boogie, I gotta holla at you, bro. Unless Brawlfather, you got something you want to say to the chat and to the homies.
Had to gain a few pounds, you know.
You know what I'm saying? You know, put on a little weight, you know what I'm saying? Heavyweight boxing. Yeah. I feel you. Absolutely. Boogie, aka Mr. Wonderland, bro. Where you at? I gotta holla at you. Silence from Boogie. Crickets. So was I. Muhammad Ali will be back. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be back better than ever. You better believe that, Jack. That's what he said. I mean, he didn't really say that, but I feel like, you know, that was the translation. I gotta put my hands out like this. Yeah.
Rope-a-dope didn't work this time.
Didn't work. Look, what I gotta ask you though. What's the name behind the double quarter pounder father? I need to know the history behind the name, bro.
I had to eat a little bit to compete this time.
Oh, okay. Fighting on a full stomach. You know what I'm saying? Hit the Kirby magic. I feel you.
Yeah.
Every time I go to McDonald's, I get a double quarter pounder.
I mean,
that's real.
It's real. It used to be the Big Mac, but then it's not so big anymore. You know what I'm saying? Now you get a double. Now the real tech is to get a double quarter pounder, and just tell them to put Big Mac sauce on it. Lettuce, pickles, and none of that other extra stuff. And you just basically have a bigger Mac.
Yep.
Double quarter
Mac.
double quarter pounder, and then hit them with the, can I just get one slice of extra bottom bun, please? They're gonna look at you funny, but they know what's up. Chat. Keep
double
that.
quarter pounder, large meal with a sweet tea. I finish it all every time.
Chat. I gotta let y'all know the link tree in the bio, for some reason it got messed up. I'm dropping the Discord link right now. Let me know if you guys are able to see that in the chat on TikTok. Sometimes it acts funny. Let's go. All right, John and Coleman. I'm sorry to keep you waiting, bro. Sorry to keep you waiting. Look, we're gonna go up and get ready for the next fight right now. They want more action, you know, more, you know what I'm saying? More action, boss. Less chit chat. I hear y'all. So we got next up Ethica.
Q and Ash Q. Who said that?
Yeah, right. Ethica, ETHIQ. I swear I feel like I always spell Ethica's name wrong. ETHIQA.
There's no
because in Discord.
Then try to break in. All right, let me go ahead and reset all of the clocks real quick. Be patient. So I am ready for the next fight. Chad is definitely ready for the next fight. They not trying to they're not trying to hear all this old man bumping gums anymore, all my little jokes. So Solly, whenever you're ready, go ahead and hit that next fight. And chat, I just want to let you know, again, keep me honest, y'all. If you can't see the link, I'm literally gonna drop it one more time in the TikTok chat. If you can't see the link, let me know, because I'll try to find something else out, right? Discord acting funny when I start spamming the links, like it's crazy. So let me know. And yeah, Solly, whenever you're ready, I'll just drop it in.
All right, starting it up. Ethica blue corner, Ash Coop in the red, and this should be a good matchup. Higher elo, but again, one of these fighters had to go early, so it's going to be earlier in the night. And I kind of love when these high elo matches are sprinkled in throughout, right? Because it really breaks up the action. You get to see like high level match, you get to see a little bit of a fun brawl, and everything in between as the night goes on.
All right, here we go. Ash Coop versus Ethica. All right. Ooh, good straight right out the bat. Ooh, good punches coming in at the start. Ash Coop's hurt. Dang.
Yeah, if you guys could take over the commentary for a second, I'm gonna try to get a quick substitute in.
Got you, bro. Go ahead and take care of your thing, bro. So you know what I'm saying? This is the Supernado right here. You know what I'm saying? The commentary team that gives you the mostest with the hostess. And round number 1, Tornado, man. You know you know how we do this, bro. It's the discovery round, right? Yeah. And Ethica and Ash Coop have fought. Yeah. They're no strangers to this format, man. So as we heard, Ash Coop trying to make it into the top 16, so we expect him to fight and give it its all. But Ethica is standing in his way. How are you feeling about this fight? Search RingsideVR. The channel has nice left by Ethica. The channel is a public Discord, so just search RingsideVR for the link there, and I'll get a link for you guys. Thank you for letting me know that link that I've been spamming hasn't been working. But yeah, Ethica, I'm pretty impressed. Ethica's keeping patient, waiting for those 1-2s, looking for that counter hit, not overextending, and using good head movement, circling around and finding his shots. Ash Coop, on the other hand, he's keeping it tight. He's not overcommitting, right? So even though he's getting tagged, it's not the worst thing in the world. And they both tightened up their game quite a lot.
Yeah, if I was Ash Coop right now, I'd work more with the range because of that height advantage.
Yeah.
But he's not working with it, and Ethica is able to go right on the inside.
And what's interesting here too is Ethica is being very patient, right? He's comfortable outside. He looks a lot of comfortability in his defense, but also he's making some very interesting advancing moves, right? That's forcing Ash Coop to fight at a shorter range than he normally would want to, right? Ash Coop trying to take advantage of that reach. You saw there with the big swings, but Ethica just in and out, real patient. I like what I'm seeing here.
Yeah. Which ones are they? Is there a room scale fighter in there?
They're both room scale, I do believe, right? I mean, the way they're moving right now, I do not believe that they're using stick motion. And for those who watch
they're both.
Do not believe that they're using stick motion. And for those who watch
they're both room scale fighters.
Both room scale. It did look like. So yeah, for those who watching right now, in this game, there's 2 control styles that you can kind of fight within. You can either just use the controller's joystick movement, right? That you're kind of used to in a fight night or any other thing, or you can use room scale where you use your whole body, right? Of course, one demands more play space. Both can exist at the same time, so it's very interesting when we see these matchups. But when you see a room scale fighter, you can tell because their character model is moving and grooving, as we saw from both.
I love to sidestep jab, and I can't do that with stationary. It's a lot of footwork whenever I use room scale.
Yeah,
now I do.
That it's been very it's been a very interesting thing. One Good West, shout out to one prominent YouTuber here. here. He's been on the channel. He always likes to fight in the mid-range, right? L-stepping out, using that jab, trying to win on points, and really trying to keep you at bay. Here in the Discord, Doom, aka Valentin, one of our EU boxers and coaches here, also makes great use of the jab, stepping to the outside. So it's a really good, especially in V4, right? You're not overcommitting. You're always stepping backwards and stepping out of the range, reducing damage on yourself. It's not a bad strategy, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, it's also really good to get to create different angles. Yeah, I love creating different angles whenever I'm using room scale. Even with a small space, like I typically have to use a small space because that's all I have to work with. But yeah, it's pretty much what I love to do whenever I use room scale, is just use my footwork. If I go up against a bigger fighter, like 6 foot plus, then I'll use a little bit of a peekaboo kind of style, you know.
Got to keep it active. And just like these two boxers here keeping it active, Ethica with a bit of a jousting kind of fencing style, keeping defensive. I mean, this man is really just like really trying to get Ash Coop to step in across the void, right? This damage system is, if you're moving forward or moving in the direction of the punch when you receive it, right? This is going to be something that's going to increase the damage on your character, right? So for those of you guys who are new, we're just going to break it down real quick. In this game, there are weak zones on the character's model, right? The nose, the chin, the eyebrow, the temple, solar plexus, and liver, right? You get a flat 40% damage to whatever punch you're throwing, right? If they are moving in the direction of that punch, right, just for that moment, right? So you got to really be careful not throw flurries and just go ham, because you could get that counter hit and it's lights out from that point on. But shout out, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to everyone. Shout out to you, Mary. I see you out there. You know what I'm saying? She's I still feel like I'm not doing as much damage as I should be, but for sure getting better than before. Join the Discord, Mary. We'll get you right. Rocky montage. Put it on the track. Put it on the tapes, right? These two boxers right here are a prime example of it, man. You keep playing, you keep fighting, you join one of the gyms here in the Discord, you're gonna get better. Hey, Braylon, shout out. Hey, hit Braylon, DM me, Super M. I'm gonna type it in here in the chat. You know what I'm saying? We got to talk, bro. We got to get you in on one of these exhibitions.
Hey, stop it.
Hey, by the way, have you got my accepted my editor application yet?
I will be looking at that this week. So we've got Valentin and we've got Spooky helping out the editing, and I really need to figure out what type of editing everyone's going to be involved in, and got to see where they fit into the grand scheme of things. So ladies and gentlemen, in the Discord, we got a bunch of talented people. We got everyone from DJs to editors to you know what I'm saying, producers, right? And a lot of folks help the production go along. So, and we got our wonderful ref team too. Shout out to the ref team, not only policing but also creating events, you know. So you guys, it's a lot of fun everywhere. Killian, appreciate you sharing the live. And so Mystic says VR fights before GTA 6 is crazy. VR fights before GTA 6 is crazy. It is crazy, bro. Like this is kind of wild. And GTA 6 right around the corner, so dang, we ain't gonna be able to make that joke anymore like that. But right now, it's same thing with kids, right? Right now we back at it, round number 3. After seeing a lot of this action, right, Tynado, how you figure? It's been close to me, but I'm just on style points and vibes. I got Ethica up, but what about you? How are you feeling about this?
I think I got Ethica too, because he's really been getting.
I'm pretty confident in what we're seeing, but you never know. Ash Coop could be dropping bombs. We would know a little bit, but you know, the damage is really gonna play out here. And I think it's gonna be very close. Shout out to Chris. Do I need a Quest 2 or 3 to play this? Yeah, I would say both are good. Quest 3's better for sure. This game really was made for Quest 3, but anyone should work just fine. $9.99 on the Quest store, out on early access. Thrill of the Fight 2. All right, Braylon, appreciate it, bro. I'm gonna definitely hit you up after the cast today. So we back at it, round number 3, the third and final round in this 3-minute round format for everybody tuning in. We've got Ethica in the red shorts, Ash Coop in the black. Both of them pretty even right now. Trying to avoid the tangle up. But Ash Coop, I think maybe trailing just a little bit far behind, just getting caught with counter shots, just like right there, Ethica returning fire every time Ash Coop comes in to deliver some damage and really keeping himself up on the cards, I think just barely. And he's really not trying to take too many risks, right? Which is a fair statement. Try to win on points, man. Not a lot of people take that approach, and if you can do it, you can do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, good right hand from Ash Coop. Gave Ethica that ugly face.
Ooh, yeah.
Face.
Ooh, yeah. That's a really significant shot from Ash Coop right there, and he really needs as much damage as he can, trying to at least take one of the rounds convincingly.
Yeah, Ethica's been kind of just dominating him this whole. Actually, I wouldn't say dominating, but you know, putting the pressure on. You know.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, and it's been a very competitive match. Between both boxers, Ash Coop still, a little bit of a slowdown. Hold up. This man hurt his shoulder. Oh, no. You hate to see that happen. The shoulder injury coming in and Ethica being a good sport. Make some noise. That was a pretty good fight from both of them. Let's see who's going to win this one. Oh, that shoulder's giving.
Dang. The shoulder.
Oh,
and that
Red
shoulder
Corner
was not
takes
sacrificed in vain.
Wow.
Crazy.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
I thought Ethica took that match.
I did too. It was looking good. So we were right about the first round. Ethica did take that convincingly, but man, Ash Coop, and I was wondering in the second round if what we were seeing was true. That's why I said just on vibes, right? I thought Ethica had it because he had some good counter, but right now I think the damage is going to tell us all that we need to know, because it's really splitting hairs here. So a very tentative match, right? Low damage coming in, but Ethica barely losing it on both of those matches. So he was looking good, but it was Ash Coop being the aggressor of the two, just keeping it going, pulling that win out. And with the shoulder injury at the end, we're going to lock in with the homies here in a bit, but you know that had to hurt you mans a lot. So I'm going to lock in with the chat because I saw some really good questions here. So one question coming in from the chat, Brady says, how is the winner decided? So if we go back, the winner is decided. The game keeps track of every punch that you throw, right? The game is scoring the rounds based on damage that you've done, right? So that's one thing. And then they're scoring the rounds based on knockdowns, right? And so based off how well you do, right, following boxing rules, that's how the game is scored. We on the commentary side have our own opinions. We keep it spicy, right? That does that final decision. You know what I'm saying? Brandon Moore says, how do I box on here? Great question, my boy. Just join the Discord. We are full tonight, so tonight's 30 boxers have been selected, but every Sunday we do this for the general public to come on in, join the Discord, talk to one of our refs. They'll get you set up. You know, anybody can come in. There's no restriction. But before I get too yippy yappy, let's go ahead and holla at the homies real quick. First off, I want to talk to Ethica first, because I got some questions for Ash Coop. Ethica, where you at? Just a touch out of scope with the damage, man. How are you feeling about your performance, and what would you change for next week?
Honestly, I think I just got to work on getting in range more.
Yeah?
It was partly more because of my range that my punches didn't do as much damage, but honestly, he's a great fighter. I can't deny that.
Yeah.
He did a lot of damage on me, but honestly, about the damage, I feel like you should do more damage at the end of your punches instead of going through your opponent. It's kind of like weird, but
yeah,
I mean, kind of excuses for me, but
I mean, it's not really excuses. It's just an observation, right? And I think a lot of people would agree the game is still being developed. So for you guys who don't know what Ethic is talking about, so if you snap a jab out and just kind of snap it at the end to kind of get that punch here on the opponent, you're not going to do as much damage as if you follow through with the jab and push through them, right? Punch the person behind them. So the game, the penetration of the punch also adds to the damage, right? So a lot of people's instinct is to kind of pepper you with a jab, just keeping you on the extension of that fist. But you really got to punch through, especially with the power punches. And remember, keep your wrist straight, because if the game detects that wrist being limp or moved, it's going to reduce the damage. But a good observation as we go, you know what I'm saying? And the devs do listen to the community. So I wouldn't call that an excuse, more than observation, man. I appreciate you for coming through. And let's go ahead and talk to Ash Coop. Big Coop, where you at, bro?
Man, I'm right here.
Look,
I'm just like,
how's that shoulder? Look,
I'm just like,
how's that shoulder doing? First of all, bro, how's that shoulder doing?
yeah, nah. So I walked in this morning, I was like, you know what? Today's going to be a good day. I went to church. I was doing all right, stretching, boom. Suddenly, I realized, oh shit, my shoulder's fucked up, right? So, had to go do something. But then I heard it's gym versus gym today. And I was like, damn, I really got to do something for my gym because I'm not going to lie, they're kind of butt. So I joined up Khan's gym.
Hey, bang, 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 right? Man down.
Dang.
I went in. I had to go ahead and go fight at the greatest opponent I've ever faced that I've won against, all right? Obviously, whoever I lost to, that has to go to someone. But Ethica was like a really good fighter because I realized, damn, I can't brawl with this guy, right? So I realized, damn, now I actually got to use my jab and use my range. And I did that for the last 2 rounds. Obviously, that worked out. Very close, fairly close. And it worked perfectly in my behalf. Yes, I was running at the end of the round because he started swarming me. I was like, nah, bro, you know what? I won that shit. I'm not trying to lose, okay? Credits to Ethica. He's great. He could beat many of the people that I faced. And I wish him the best of luck into getting into the top 16. But you know what? Fuck that bullshit, all right? I'm going to be real with y'all, okay? Let me be honest. I deserve that spot. I just fucked this guy up with a bad shoulder. No shade to you, Etika. But, I fucked this guy up with a bad shoulder. Bro, give me anybody. I'm tired of being disrespected. You know what? Fuck this. Kainedo, I want you, all right? Because I'm tired.
This is the second time Kainedo's been called out.
Yes,
this is the second time.
I'm tired.
There's 2 people that want to fight me. Come on.
All right. All right. Look, I appreciate it, bro. Look, Ash Coop, ladies and gentlemen, if you think he should challenge his top 16, jump in the chat. Let me know. We're going to get started with the next fight. We got the 2 people popping in. But I'm going to holler at the chat for a little bit. First of all,
hey, real quick.
Yeah.
I just want to tell my opponent before the match starts, if I low-key start dancing mid-round or in between rounds, I'm not taunting you. I just like to dance on this game low-key, so don't take it too personally, bro. I just like to dance.
He's taunting you. Don't believe him. Don't believe him. It's a trick. him telling you this is now in your head. He's rent-free, right? Don't let this man be rent-free. This man's going to be salsa dancing. Ding, 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 ding. Absolutely, punching through someone is kind of the idea that you want to do. So he feels like this is sound mechanic. You know what I'm saying? The game is Thrill of the Fight 2 out on MetaQuest for Quest 2 and Quest 3. It's $9.99 in early access. The game actually isn't out yet, so we were blessed to have the devs kind of give us this early view just so we can have fun and show you guys the game. But it is an actually pretty good. Yeah, this is Thrill of the Fight 2, Thrill of the Fight 2, right? Number 1 was the banger, number 2 is even better, right? So everyone asking, how do we get in? It's great. If you think you got the hands, join the Discord. I just dropped an invite link in the chat. Let me know if that invite link is bad. After a couple people lets in, our moderation bot starts thinking we're getting spammed by bots. It's not. It's just hot right now. We got 2,000 people in the Discord. And every Sunday night we do this. 30 boxers every Sunday night. Sign up start at 5 p.m. So tonight we're full, right? But next week we got you. 5 p.m. EST. You got a week to get in and get onboarded, meet the homies, get some fights in. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? David, yeah, actual boxing, though, no spamming. We can't help if people decide to throw punches in bunches, right? But for the most part, people who fight here, and you've seen it, they like to throw hands, they like the sport of boxing, and they want to work that mindset and work their ability. So while you do have, you know what I'm saying, some people who do throw punches in bunches, it's not online. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to find that around here. So if you want to fight, definitely jump in. So speaking of fighters, we've got 2 fighters, Solly, up next. Saint Granola and the Demon Guy. Am I correct in those requirements? Oh, Rari, there are no requirements for exhibitions. Just hop in, bro. This is just for the community love, community vibes. If you want to get in on ranked, however, and get a chance to earn some prizes and some money, then you got to do well in exhibitions. We got to see if you really got the hands, especially when we're kind of comparing you to what we already know. You know what I'm saying? So everybody Braylon, Showtime stage right now we have a live stream going on. So on the right hand side on Discord, you'll kind of see it. So just jump in there and you'll see us chilling. It's the kind of best way to get the direct answers that you might need right now while I run this thing. So we are going to get underway with the next fight.
All right, we got the same shorts matchup, but Pokemon in the red corner with the purple trunks and the black gloves. His opponent, the White Rabbit, a.k.a. Synchronola, also in the same purple shorts, but rocking the white shoes and gloves, and with the nice little pompadour.
With the pomp. Shout out to Takamura. Gotta love the pomp. If you know, you know. If you don't, well, you're going to find out. Watch Hajime no Ippo.
Could not agree with you more.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and hop off. I need to go ahead and get ready for my fight.
Okay, go ahead. We got it, bro.
All good, man.
Appreciate it.
We'll see you when you get back. But yeah, back to the original commentary team, Supa and Sali, watching this fight, and a very tentative discovery round so far.
Oh, absolutely. And you love a good discovery round, and I think Chad has already said this as well, right? That, you know, people don't like to see spamming, and for those guys who don't know what spamming is, I mean, kind of unique to this game specifically. You know, everybody's played Wii Boxing, everybody's played other games, and people just go ham. They don't even care about boxing. They don't care trying to learn what the opponent's doing. It's just kind of throw punches in bunches. The developers have done a lot of work to create systems and subsystems and mechanics to punish you for that kind of play, right? Right now, we're seeing people. We have a 3-round format. Sali just alluded to this, right? It's the first round's a discovery round. This is the round where you want to measure up your opponent. You want to show a little bit of what you're working with, kind of see what works, and then you want to kind of use that information in round number 2 and 3 to solidify your win. And that's kind of like a perfect set play. But right now, we've got the taller fighter, interesting, right? Because normally, trying to post up. You can't post up, son. The demon guy out here putting the hands on him. It's going to make it hot and spicy. I was about to say, taller fighter rules are a little different in VR, right, Sali?
Absolutely. I think most people would agree that being the taller fighter, unless you really know what you're doing, is the disadvantage. It's easier for the shorter fighter to crowd your space. It's harder to go for their body. You're kind of more limited to going for their head, which is an easy target to dodge. And like right there, we're seeing it, but beautiful counter shot. And I think right there is target to dodge and of limited to going for their head, which is an easy target to dodge and it rip. Great move by Granola.
Granola got the bars, you know what I'm saying? Putting them hands on him, keeping it real. We did hear from Granola that he might start dancing, you know what I'm saying? He threw a little dab out there. Gonna let this man cook for a little bit. Mr. Manny saying, put me in, coach.
Dancing and another knockdown. Late starts dancing and another TKO, but a solid.
Mr. Manny saying, put me in,
starts dancing and another is gonna be hard to overcome for Pokemon.
Very hard to overcome the demon guy out here, aka Mr. Pokemon. Having a tough first round. You know, sometimes when you discover in a round is that the guy is tough. Your opponent is, you know what I'm saying? Your opponent is out, you know what I'm saying? So Saint Granola, putting the hands on him for real. How do you feel about that first round, Sali?
I am honestly kind of shocked. Granola came in saying, you know, he's willing to take anyone, and Pokemon is actually a last-minute sub. But, you know, Pokemon coming in here with an over 2,000 ELO. Granola sitting at 1,600. So, again, we say it all the time. ELO doesn't make fights or determine if you're going to win. It's all
Granola stepping in. He's got to make the adjustments. Being the shorter fighter, right, he's doing a lot of head hunting. The body is wide open for him. It's there, right? The ribs are free. The baby backs are there for you. And you don't want to let your opponent, Saint Granola, measure you up, right? So you got a lot of ways you got to try to work in. Saint Granola doing a really good job working off the back foot, keeping the range on the demon guy, making it very difficult for him to cross that void, and it led to those first 2 knockdowns. You know what I'm saying? So if you're the demon guy, Sali, right, what would you be thinking?
I think you have to be, you know, a little bit frustrated, a little bit worried, but you know, you shouldn't be panicked. Right, and there's a bit of a difference there.
Okay.
He's got to realize, you know, what happened to get him knocked down earlier. Right, that first one, you know, easy counter over spamming. That second one got caught really clean to the body. And, you know, as a shorter fighter, you're not always expecting that, right? Sometimes you think that the taller fighter isn't even going to go for that target. And I think that's the mark of someone who, you know, is really skilled, is knowing that, you know, I can duck down, I can get him where he's open, even if he thinks that part is safe.
True. You know, and we've seen a lot of, I mean, shorter fighters used to be the bane of online. I mean, people early on were like, oh, shorter fighters are impossible to defeat, man. Once they get in your range and start swarming you, it's a wrap. Your boy St. Granola is showing that that's not entirely possible. You know, sometimes you can keep another fighter at bay. And, ooh, show with a dab. Hit him with a quick dab. This boy was for real, man. I want to see what kind of dance moves he's got after this.
And now it's been almost like a month after, you know, even more since the...
Oh,
and there we go.
The
boy.
Down. Finally doing it. Hey,
important.
Yeah, like he earned that
even
one.
more since the...
Oh, tenacious, like a pit.
And now it's been almost like a month after, you know...
But he definitely earned that.
Let's fight.
I feel that... but you got to say, right, like, he is, you know, right shots back.
Absolutely. But, you know, got to give it up to the Demon Guy, Mr. Pokemon here. Very tenacious, right? Not being deterred by the height of his opponent. And we've actually seen him start to mix it up. Now, St. Granola has to be very wary of those shots coming in up high. As soon as he raises, there we go. The barrage coming in. He's throwing the hooks around that guard. And I think St. Granola is going to be in a very difficult position come round number 3 because the Demon Guy, I think he's starting to figure it out.
Yeah, it's going to be a question if he can replicate round 1 or if another round 2 is going to happen. And if another one of round 2 happens, that's going to be enough to give Demon Guy the Granola. But yeah, man, it's going to be... This has been a really close fight, really solid back and forth. And after that first round, I wasn't expecting that second round.
No, but I mean, look, I honestly thought that St. Granola was going to be able to do what he did, but we did see the Demon Guy just like a pit bull right on him. I mean, on that bumper like traffic on IT-85 on the middle of the day when I tell you. And it worked, right? I mean, he started switching up his shots. Instead of going for the straights, he started punching around the guard of St. Granola, which if you notice in the second round was a little bit too far away from his face, right? And so now the Demon Guy has a way in. Round number 3 underway as the last and final round. The Demon Guy has a strategy to take it. And now let's see what's going down. The Demon Guy switching it up, changing level. What's going down? The Demon Guy switching it up, changing levels. This is what we like to see. He's already established the threat, right? Keeping St. Granola to keep those hands up, and that's going to leave that body exposed. And we already know solar plexus and the liver shot is available. I want to see a left hook to the body from the Demon Guy. Just one good time to put your boy St. Granola down.
Yeah, he's definitely, weirdly enough, as the shorter fighter, not been able to utilize it as much. But, you know, we all actually have a good name, right? We have, like, the Discovery round. We've got the...
Nola is in trouble. The Demon Guy, he's figured it out. He's hunting him. He's trying to drag him down into deep water so he may know himself, and that deep waters lead to hell. Demon Guy is on a tear right now. I take back everything I said about him earlier in round number 1. What do I know? I'm just a commentator, right? These are the virtual gladiators in the ring, putting their virtual lives on the line for fake money and fake fame, throwing fake hands. You know how it is. Chat, let me know how y'all are feeling about this. The Demon Guy's performance. Do you think St. Granola is going to be able to clutch it out with a return knockout, or will Demon Guy run away with 2 of the 3 rounds, crowning him the winner?
Yeah, and that's the thing. He had such a dominant round 1 that he knows if he can tie up round 3, this match can still go in his favor. But right now, Demon Guy's got to feel comfortable that he's in the advantage position, and he has the option to either stay back, calm down a little bit, which he hasn't been able to do all match.
Yeah. Nah, he has not been able to get a rest. I mean, this guy, Demon Guy, is crowding him in the right way. And we've always said a lot of times, when you throw more than like 3-4 punches right away, oh, there we go, Demon Guy landing a crucial hooks around that guard. And again, he's starting to see the flaws here in St. Granola's guard, punching around it, and we didn't even see that. St. Granola down. The camera couldn't even keep up for the instant replay.
Amazing. And from my angle, we caught that. Just another, more of what we've seen all match. He just finds those beautiful flurries, that's the right way to do it, right? If you're going to spam and throw more than 3 or 4 punches, do it quickly and either get a knockdown or get out of there.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And there he goes. That's it. The Demon Guy comeback is real. The Demon Guy comeback, absolutely. And there he goes.
Or get out of there.
Oh, absolutely.
Amazing.
Absolutely. And there he
earned it around 180 after that first round. And that is not a result I saw coming back right from the brink to deliver a beautiful knockout. And let's go to that scorecard.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. What a wonderful match, too. Being back there pretty convincingly on that second round. And, of course, we saw how the third round ramped up. Big knockdowns there. Add another win on the Demon Guy, a.k.a. Pokemon's belt. Let's take a look at the damage right before that round. The Demon Guy, of course, being the aggressor, 754 to 1168 in that first round for the Demon Guy. And in the second round, 1014 to 1315 in favor of the Demon Guy. And already a substantial lead on the damage from the Demon Guy. What a wonderful performance. Chat, let me know how y'all are feeling about that. And before I talk to the boxers real quick, I just want to tell you guys, you know what I'm saying, I've been trying to spam the link over and over and over. So if you think you got the hands, if you want to join the fun, join the Discord. The Ringside VR Discord currently has like over 2,000 members. We're pushing our way up to 3,000 members. Definitely lock in with the YouTube channel. All the love and support there goes greatly to helping the team, the squad grow. Every Sunday we do this, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is the sign up in the Discord, right? We get the first 30 boxers in and we put on a show every Sunday. So even though you can't get in this week, sign up in the Discord, lock in with anyone who has a referee tag, ask them, hey, how do I get in on the exhibition matches? They will be able to instruct you. We also have, shout outs to Bloob, one of our mods here. He also set up a forum that has all the instructions. There's pinned links, Gustavo, yes, we are streaming on YouTube, but YouTube's acting a little sedity right now. So the stream quality there for some reason is not popping, but we're streaming live on Twitch and horizontal if you want to see that view. Vertical is going to be here on TikTok, and then another horizontal there on YouTube. So catch it whatever platform you have on, but all of these fights do end up on the YouTube channel, plus our ranked fights. Colton, how do you run the fade? I got you, bro. If you want to squabble up, join the Discord. But for now, let me go ahead and lock in with the homies real quick. Fellas.
And I'm definitely going to learn from the experience.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, bro. Bro, you did your thing, bro, man. I was very entertaining. I loved watching you, you know what I'm saying? So this is my first time seeing you, and I definitely want to see you back here more because the subtle dabs, I love it, bro. You're a very entertaining boxer to watch, and you kept a good game up. The only thing that I would say is that, like you said, once he started throwing those hooks, you had your guard like out, and that's the only thing that allowed the hooks to work. And to be honest, he could have went to the body a lot more. He had you raising your hands up, but the hooks were where it's at. And if it works, that's the thing with spamming it. If it works, why would you not stop doing it? You know what I mean? And he threw straights in there. He was throwing the 1-2s. He was working the hooks in where he could. It is what it is. We've seen it in real life. People sometimes throw hooks, but you got a great attitude about it, bro. You got great sportsmanship. Anything you want to say to the homies here in the chat?
I just like to say I'll definitely be back next week to fight. Let's hope I win that one. When I kind of like went really low in the fight, I tripped because I didn't realize my cat was in the room, and my back really hurts now, which is why my punch down. But I'm not gonna say that that's what costed me the fight. He won fair and square, and my head said out at the end, which is why I kind of disconnected. But
hey, look,
you know how it is.
It's perfect. We all know how it is. It's Quest 2. If you played Quest 2 for any amount of time, the last minute home stretch headset. It's tough, bro. You know what I'm saying? But no, I shout outs to you. Much love. It was an entertaining fight. And I hope to see you back here next week, man.
Yep. Yeah. GG's to my opponent. I hope I can win my next fight. But yeah, no, good shit. Good shit.
Absolutely. Pokemon, where you at? Gotta catch them all, baby. Gotta catch them all. Where you at, bro?
Well, funny thing too, I tripped over my cat too, and I had to put her out my room.
I knew it. Hey, look, it's anytime you see somebody go low like that, it's always a cat or a dog, hopefully not a baby crawling by, but it's always some little animal with 4 legs being like, yo, are we playing boxing right now?
Me.
Well, you did get him to the body a couple of times, though. I mean, once you got that first knockdown, he really started raising his hands, kind of respecting the hooks that were trying to come around, trying to defend that. And then I saw you get a few sneaks in, man. So big shout outs to you. Fighting a taller opponent, you know, how was that for you, especially in this game?
For me, it's a little bit harder, especially for when people call me a hook spammer, because, you know, that's all only opening that I can find, you know?
Yeah. It's tough. It's tough, you know, and the spam word gets thrown around people in the community a lot. You know, you kind of can't really let the community dictate how you play, right? Like I say, if it works, you know what I'm saying? So big shout outs to you for the win, bro. You know what I'm saying? Coming in, subbing in, I appreciate it. It was an entertaining fight for me and for Solly, you know. And so again, always love to see you when you come back, man.
Yeah, I was trying to come to a few of the other exhibitions, busy with school and family, so
of course
I was trying to. I got to 2,323 elo yesterday.
Let's go, big rats, bro.
Other than that, I tried not to throw as many hooks. That's why I was throwing a lot of 1-2s. So
no, I saw you mixing it in. Look, I saw you mixing it in. I have a different definition of spamming, you know, than most, and I saw you mix it up. I saw you go to the straights. You were working jab. You landed hooks, and you couldn't have thrown more than 2 or 3 at a time in a particular offensive pattern because you're being wary of the anti-spam system. So, I mean, don't let the haters, you know what I'm saying, get on you, bro. That's all I gotta say.
I don't really like the anti-spam system. Not because I want to throw like more hooks, because I normally go 1, 2, maybe body shot into maybe 2 or 3 hooks.
In the blue corner?
Before I get off real quick, sorry to interrupt.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Butt funneling monster, he dodged me. I just want that to be known. Him and his gym. Actually, no, respect to his gym. He dodged me. He's like John Jones. I wonder if he beats his wife like he does too. Or does the drugs. But we're gonna fight him, hopefully, because he beat my ass. But, I mean, currently, bro, it's 1-0. It's 1-0. So.
Man down. Man down. All right, so locking in with the chat. There are not official intros in the fights, but when you guys watch the ranked edits that come out, we do intros and ring walks here just because the homies like it, and we want to make the ranked folks feel special. So we do the big production for those. Keep an eye out this week on the YouTube channel. I will be dropping videos from the preliminary tournament, Strongest Under the Headset, that set up the top 16 right before we get on to the next batch. But we got the Eagle in the blue corner, and is this Iron Vitality?
It is, in fact. He wanted us to announce that he just recently took the RFC heavyweight championship with a 4-0 record. So he's just coming around for all the titles and making himself a name in VR fighting. So
now,
I'm ready to get into this match.
Yo, absolutely. Start it whenever you're ready. Let me update the teams here real quick. Iron Vitality made a name for himself. For everybody who's watching right now, right? Goofy, we're gonna be here for until midnight. I promise you. I don't know how many people we have signed up.
We might be done pretty quick. We've got, including this one, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fights.
Nice.
So we might be done in an hour or 2.
All right, Iron Vitality in the red corner with the black trunks. The Eagle, you know what I'm saying? If you watch Hajime Ippo, you know where the nickname comes from. Coming in the blue corner. Now, Iron Vitality made a name for himself here because his style is and if he lives up to the moniker.
Yeah. And also, same could be said for Eagle, right? It's not, he wasn't a very long character in the show, but he was a good one. Gabe Takamura, who's basically the GOAT in that series.
Yeah.
A solid fight. And, he's mimicking it really well, right? He's got a really technical style, good high guard, solid 1-2. And, if you just got solid basics, it's hard to beat.
It really is hard to beat, especially if you're able to combine those basics with game mechanic knowledge, which Eagle has been able to do, right? And I think we've said this before, when you combine IRL skills and skill sets, right, with athleticism, you do need athleticism to fight in this game. With game knowledge, I think those are the three winning parts that makes somebody a really good competitor. And right now, Iron Vitality landing that significant blow on Eagle, and there we go, the magical knockdown. Oh, blow on Eagle, and there we go. On see that landing that significant blow on Eagle, and I do like how it feels, chat. If you like the instant replay on the chat, let me know. Definitely trying to improve that right now. Iron Vitality with the first knockdown of the night, discovering that he has the hands in this round.
Well, let's see if he's going to pull out classic Mike Tyson and just get that early round 1 knockdown. But Dave Eagle looks like he's doing a good job putting some pressure back, but he's got to be careful, right? Because as we know, and we've seen many times tonight, you step on the gas too hard, you could crash out hard.
Ooh, that's a good way to say it. Step on the gas too hard, you might just crash out. Iron Vitality working the head movement. And what's great about the head movement, if you get it right, you know, and don't run into somebody's punches, not only you tire out your opponent, but you're able to look for counter shots. And that's one thing that Iron Vitality has been using to his advantage in his previous bouts. Last bout he faced dropped this weekend against Pake Jaw, an explosive matchup. So definitely check that out on the YouTube channel. For the folks coming in,
I see is even though they're trading, the harder shots are coming out. He's doing from better so far.
Yes.
They do look like they're. Do you think it is an indicator of who's doing better this round? And good for him. Saved by the bell. Does not have to see if he'll fall a third time, but gives himself a good minute to rest and figure out a strategy for the adjustment round.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and sometimes you definitely need that time to adjust and rest, right? It means so much in this game because you sometimes get that third knockdown and it's like, dang, I know what I was gonna do, right? If I just had a little more time to work, and Eagle has been granted that. I think Eagle, just like we always tell people, all right, first round's a wash, right? Take the knowledge, come into the second round, really try to analyze where your opponent's trying to come from and what you could do to like really correct the mistakes. As we like to say in the fighting game community, when you're up in a tournament, you got to have a short memory. You can't beat yourself down. You can't dwell on the things that happen in the round. You just got to take the data in on a neutral stance and say, okay, this is what I was trying to do. This is what didn't work. What am I going to do in the next round? And that's why we like to call it the adjustment round, Solly.
I mean, you put it perfectly, right? Like that's the way it goes. And you know, it's really interesting to see, right? Like the number of rounds really dictates the format, right? We've been messing around a little bit with longer rounds, or longer matches in the strongest under the headset, card, and you know, it asks a lot from fighters, right? It asks for more stamina. It asks for, more tricks in your bag. You can't just use the same strategy for 6 rounds, right? If you can't figure it out in 3, if you can figure it out in 3, you can definitely figure it out in 6.
Oh, absolutely.
Ooh, and Vitality taking an early command in round 2 again. And
absolutely.
Quickly running, losing control. You can definitely figure it out in 6.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's Iron Vitality, baby. What can you say? The man's got dynamites in his hand, iron in his gloves. We gotta check the VR gloves at this. Hands so devastating. The fake hands might just be real.
My IRL and VR style. I think honestly, way funner to do different styles that you don't normally try in real.
Damn, no, talk about having fun.
Exactly. I think honestly, you're gonna way funner to want to play more and get better at this game if you're enjoying it. And yeah, I was just about to say, right, like play a different style. Fight like an anime character. Fight like your favorite boxer that you don't normally fight like in real life because your body types don't match up. It's VR. Have fun. Live the fantasy.
It is a game after all. It is a game after all. Couldn't have said it better, man. Like, you got to keep the fun going. You know what I'm saying? Zay says, how can I fight? I'm in the Discord. Zay, we got the card already full for the night, but definitely sign up next Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you'll be able to get in if you're the first 30 boxers. Back to this round, the Eagle in a lot of trouble. Iron Vitality looking real comfortable, and you don't want this man comfortable. That's when he starts just trying stupid stuff just to see what he can do. He's in his own fantasy trying to be the main character. Eagle's got to be able to fight back, and he's keeping it locked in, man. He's trying to throw the 1-2s. He's trying to work in the hooks, but right now he's staying as a stationary target. and Iron Vitality's picking him apart. Beautiful uppercut there coming in, and nice! Good counter shot coming in there for the Eagle. Again, and nice!
That big time Vitality.
Again, and nice!
Good. And, you know, like you like to say, right, and will damage all the way when you can't even get a knockdown. That's not necessarily going to swing the round in his favor, but it is going to give him the knowledge that he can get that knockdown and give him something to work on for round number 3.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And the Eagle survives yet another round. Still in this fight, though it is looking like a runaway fight for your boy Iron Vitality. Eagle now looking just to make it interesting and make it fun on his way out. And, you know, for the sub, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. All right, Solly, round
right, I'm
number
appreciating
3.
This match.
Absolutely.
Honestly, this is going to be... Now, okay, this is a hard situation to be in, but he's got some hope, right? And, like, that's the hardest situation to be in, is if you have nothing, no hope at all. So he's got to figure out what he did to get that knockdown and try to replicate that 3 times, hoping the Vitality doesn't, you know, figure it out in the meantime. So difficult task, but not impossible, and he looks ready to do it.
Yeah, this
fighting with tons of gusto.
A lot of gusto coming in here. He's got to be careful. Maybe too much gusto. Yep, too much gusto. Too much gusto. It's a little too spicy there. Yep. I think the keys to victory for him. A lot of gusto coming in here. He's got to be careful. Maybe too much gusto. Yep, too much gusto. A little too comfortable, right? Threw too many punches. And he got him with a counter hit, right? Flush to the chin. You can't really create that kind of magic. That was kind of your opponent's mistake. Vitality, though, you know, locking in. He knows what he did wrong. He's up so much. He has a bandwidth for mistakes. And Eagle went in. Too much gusto. Too much pepper. And now he's put himself in a bad situation, in Iron Vitality back to being comfortable.
Right, and that's the thing. Eagle can't get too overconfident, right? Just because he got that one knockdown, you know, you can't ignore how the rest of the match was going. Sometimes it's a turning point. Sometimes it's just a slip up. And, you know, he's hoping that it's the former, but it might be the latter.
Ooh, speaking of the ladder, this man goes down the ladder. This man goes down the ladder. A little wordplay there. Back down a couple of rungs. One more knockdown. And it's going to be
the former, but it might be the latter.
Vitality. This time, the left hook finding its hook mark right there. You know what I'm saying? Eli VFX says, you know, Eagle just had to move some more. And that's the same thing we saw in round number 2 there. Eagle had some good movement on the hooks in round number 1. And right now, he's just trading blow for blow. The hands are dropping down a little low. And this is where Iron Vitality wants you. He wants to make another highlight reel for himself, man. He is throwing hands.
Yeah, but you got to give him... Yeah, he's still throwing hands in there, right? Like, even though he's down, he's like, that's okay, I'm going to have fun here. I'm going to risk the highlight reel just to get, you know, that moral victory, put him down one more time.
Yeah.
And I love to see what he's doing, shifting up the levels, going high to low, shifting out in the corner, and both fighters just switching positions left and right, flying.
Yeah, it's high flying. High flying action. I mean, I love when they just kind of give it their all. It makes it exciting. Right now, Eagle looking hurt. Iron Vitality. Ooh, another one to the head. This man is popping him. Another right to the head. Eagle could go down if he's not careful.
Nah, he's definitely got to be very careful. I think at this point he doesn't care, right? So he knows he's lost, and there it is, right? You may as well go for it. He did. And that's some of the consequences care, right? So he knows he's like Iron Mike. Be careful. I think at this point he doesn't care, right? So he knows he's knocked down.
Oh yeah, it's now that boy out. That boy out. Lights out. Eagle's down. That's not even Eagle, but that's my best. I can't do an Eagle screech right now. My voice is a little tender.
I don't know. Yeah, just fucking around with it.
Wendy said, "Let me get in next." Wendy, so these boxers have signed up earlier today. All the boxers for tonight have been accounted for, but if you want to go ahead and join the Discord, oh my God, 30 to 21. Is that no? I think 21 is the lowest.
We've seen a 30 to 20. We've seen a 30 to 20.
Okay. That's pretty significant damage, though. 30 to 21 in favor of your winner. Iron Vitality. 30 to 21 in favor of your winner. Iron Vitality out of the red corner. Looking at the rounds, 2 knockdowns, and the 3 knockdowns to put him down. I mean, though you can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't lie with those numbers. You know what I'm saying? Big damage coming in. Whoa, but big damage coming in from
Crazy.
Eagle, though. This is kind of insane. It's very rare that we see someone who puts up more damage on an opponent come out with the loss, and I think a lot of that damage was coming from a lot of people are having some very interesting takes on the game right now. It is out in early access, so there's a lot to be worked on still, right? And I don't think a VR boxing game really has existed quite like this before, so the game is not perfect. I'm not going to hold you. V4 was a big shakeup. A lot of people are really thinking it's kind of sus, and a lot of people did fall off the game. I'm not even going to hold you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to cap when it's not necessary. They don't pay me any money, so I'm not a shill. The game does need improvement. You know what I'm saying? But that's what we're here. We still have fun playing the game. And if you want to have fun playing this game, join the Discord. EP Extreme Power, man, just drop the Discord link. Let me know if that is working for you. If you think you got the hands, join the Discord. We have Thursday night fight nights in the Discord for the community we call Cross the Void. Saturday nights we have the ranked boxers battle it out, and then Sunday we come back to the open community and let some exhibition gloves fly to see who's got the hands and maybe who can get called up to ranked. So if you bout it, you know what I'm saying, if you want to play this game, if you still have fun with the game, join us, you know what I mean? And honestly, depending on why you don't like the game, right, joining the Discord may make you like the game again, because the ranked environment is it's not the best. I will say that much, right? It's kind of hit or miss, but here in the Discord, it's always gas, bro. Always gas. Speaking of gas, let's talk to these fighters, man. I want to talk to Iron Vitality, but I want to talk to Eagle first, man.
What's up?
Yo, all right, Eagle, bro. So you came in with more damage, right? You did more punishment on your opponent, and the knockdowns came in, I think, somewhere around the second round, right? You got a little stationary, man. You was moving and grooving in the first round. Something slowed down, bro. Tell me what was happening throughout the match for you.
I just didn't want to get knocked down again. Like, I think it's, don't you take more damage when, like, you throw more punches?
Yes, so kind of specifically, if you throw, we are guessing here because the devs haven't really told us the magic number, but around more, you kept it tight, man. From what I saw, you didn't really punch in the way that would have put you in danger for that threshold.
I just felt like I was getting, because, like, it didn't feel like I was getting hit. Like, do you know how, like, your screen will turn a color or something when you get hit?
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't getting hit a lot. I would get hit once and screen would go flat. I'm not trying to. You know, it was a good fight.
Yeah, it was a good fight. Look, and you're fighting someone with a lot of power too, right? So when you see this screen turning gray, imagine that's just your health bar getting low. You kind of do have a health bar in here, right? So that means you're taking too much sustained damage. But that doesn't mean big single hits won't rock you, right? So if you're walking into a punch, you'll get those big flashes. Or if you're fighting somebody like Iron Vitality, who throws a lot of power punches, to be honest, right? Those shots do matter. And so while he didn't do as much sustained damage as you, it was the big KOs that really kind of put you behind.
Yeah, it was a good fight. I don't really got nothing else to say.
Hey, look, man, that's all you got to say. That's all we got to give, bro. I just want to say thank you for showing up, and I hope to see you here next week, bro. I love to see when you pop in, man. Always. Iron Vitality. I got to talk to you next, man. What's good, bro? Another great performance. You know, coming back after that loss from Pakejaw, and crowned heavyweight champ coming in with the title bout. How you feeling, man? You feeling good?
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah, man. I always love to see you put some work in, man. This was another fight for the highlight reels for you. And you've been putting in work, you know, so I also have you on a short list of folks that I would like to see challenge the ranks. Do you think you can take on the likes of Killer Cam, right?
Yes, I can.
Oh, there it is. Look, you already took on Pakejaw, who's also on the list. I don't think he's here. Is he here tonight, Solly?
He is not.
Okay, he is on the list. You know, I'm a lock in with Pake to see. So I would love to see a rematch with you guys with stakes on the line. And I know the chat would too. So right. And he's been called out rather, two times today, right? Resi Man is standing in his way, so he's gonna try to. This is probably gonna be one of those, like, you know, shoot the guy in front of the homies just to make an example of him. If Tornado can literally like topple Resi Man right now. So before we lock in here, I'm gonna drop the Discord link.
Sorry.
What happened?
I started the match.
Oh, it's all good.
I started the match. But
it's all good. It's all good. I'm always kind of ready. So let me go ahead and get situated. I'm gonna switch
and I just
over.
want to answer a question. Yeah, I'm just going to say, but I'm going to answer a question that I've already gotten, and we're going to get, if you fight a top 16 fighter on the exhibitions, no, you do not get to take their ranked spot. They are, that's only going to happen during ranked. That being said, if you're beating someone in an exhibition who's in our ranked ladder, that's a sign that that you're already ready for that level of competition.
A good sign. You may get an invite, and we do the invites on rolling invitation. We only have 16 spots. We're trying to make sure to get people in, but also give the people on the top 16 spot a chance to advance week over week. Right now, speaking of top 16, we got your boy Ty-Nato taking on Mr. Resi Man. Ty-Nato already kind of showed up and showed out the last time that he was challenged, right? Here on the exhibitions, and that's exactly what they're for. It's just to give everyone kind of a taste. See what it tastes like, a little punch to the face, a good pile drive, a little punch to the face, a good pile drive to the face.
Absolutely, and Rezi requested this fight, so Ty-Nato accepted it, right? So this is an official challenge, and right away we're seeing the level of the strongest under the head challenge, and right away fighters here at so this is an official challenge, and
this
right
man
away.
Ty-Nato, he's no joke, right? Y'all challenging top 16s. We actually have the community vote for the top 16, and they were the previous graduating class of gladiators who've been around the block, right? So and Ty-Nato,
aka Floyd, so that's going to be looking like in his favor, and maybe what he said already working for him.
Maybe, but Mr. Resi Man not being deterred, man. He's trying to make a name for himself today. Oh, and it might not be the best name you want to make for yourself. He's trying to make a name for himself today. Resi Man not being deterred, man. He's trying to make a name for himself today.
I was supposed to introduce Lazy. Lazy is doing some commentary. He's also
jump in, Lazy.
One of our fighters in the next round.
Jump in, Lazy.
Yeah, Lazy. How are you feeling about this exciting match so far? Ty-Nato dominating early.
I mean, he is the coach of the Winners Lounge, so you can't really expect nothing but great from him.
Love that gym, that gym support, man.
He already has 2 knockdowns right now. I mean, it's very early, but I can't really glaze too much being part of the Winners Lounge. So you never know how this fight could go, but right now it is definitely leaning towards Ty-Nato.
Yeah, and Rezi at this point has to decide, does he want to just survive this round, or is he going to try to take it back, get some knockdowns of his own? Seeing the ugly face, goes for it, but I think very wisely takes his foot off the gas, right? You're not going to get 2 knockdowns. You might get 1, but you should be careful about how you approach it.
I mean, desperation can definitely grapple with someone's mind. I mean, you have the opportunity. Oh, and it's already over. I mean, as I was saying, sorry.
Yeah, no, go on. I got to hear that insight.
All right, well, as I was saying, desperation can really take someone's mind. I mean, you're already losing by that many points. You've got to make sure that you want to have at least some sort of redemption that you can get. And that's kind of the choice that you have to make. Do you want to just try and survive it out? Ride with thunder or lightning? Damn.
No, that's for sure. You don't want to get that kind of an ass whooping. But right now, Rezi getting into round 2, adjustment round. Let's hope he's made the right adjustments. He's got to decide, right? It's new round, fresh set of downs, so to speak. Do you try to pursue it like nothing ever happened in that first round? Or do you keep it in your mind?
I say you got to pursue it like nothing happened in that first round. Having a short memory span for the negativity helps you in high pressure situations, because again, you can get bogged down in what you did do or didn't do, and you know what you're not focusing on, what you need to do, right? And you got 2 rounds to work with. It was only just 1 round. So if you miss a Resi Man, this is the time to level set. Oh my God. And try not to get leveled in this set. This man tried to pick him up and throw him out. Oh my God. Ty-Nato has the best post-knockdown taunts I've ever seen from anyone. This man tried to
take him outside of the ring.
Oh my God.
Slam him on the table.
Jay out here in the chat saying, what is this? These dudes out here talking like it's UFC. Yeah. It's the VUFC out here, bro. You know what I'm saying? These are virtual gladiators throwing fake hands Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Oh my God, that was a beautiful.
I mean, like, you saw the hype from before the fight in the Discord chat. So yeah, there's a lot of hype between these two fighters.
Absolutely. And that's what makes these fights even more great, right? There are a lot of promotions out here that do a lot of really good stuff, whether it's like big tournaments or, you know, just fun Discords. Shout out to the Bodian Army, you know what I'm saying? Funny content coming from, that's the community that Tornado kind of came over from. And like, you know, but having that kind of personal beef, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of, you know, a little bit of back and forth. It really makes these fights just that much better, you know? And we have a lot of fun, man. Shout out to Larry, the greatest boxing promotion ever. I appreciate it, bro. It's free. We don't even be charging people for this like that, man. I just want to keep the fun free. Yeah. You know, it's still a game at the end of the day.
Two fighters, and I wasn't gonna be surprised if someone got a knockdown there.
Yeah, Tornado's working on the highlight reel.
I think so, but I think, you know, as you said super earlier, right, Rezi's got to have a short attention span, but you can't forget what got you into trouble in the first place, right? And he's starting to figure it out. Beautiful combo.
This might be a redemption arc for Rezi.
First place, right? And he's starting to...
The last 10 seconds.
What got you into trouble in the first place, right? And he's starting to...
Already scoring a knockdown like that without even giving the opponent, or at least Tornado, a chance to react.
That's what you want to see. That's the kind of round you want to have after a devastating first round. And I mean, even if it's just knocking them down on the moral victory to know that you can, it's going to do a lot of good for your morale. You know, lock it in with the chat right now. Jay is disappointed. You know what I'm saying? Jay's like, it's a lot of hook spamming. I expected more from you, bro. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you just got to go for the gusto whenever you can. You know what I mean? You got to get the moral victory by any means necessary.
Yeah, I mean, like what you were saying, I mean, you can't really win anything without having the belief that you can win something.
Absolutely. And if we're speaking of beliefs, who do you guys believe is winning right now? Your boy Marshall Gavros thinks it's 1-1. You know, how y'all feeling about it?
I mean, definitely Tornado. If you know, he might have come in late, right? But that first round was dominant. You know, second round he was also getting the knockdowns. But you got to give it to Rezi, right? He found a little bit of you know, like a ray of hope, and not too late, right? Finding it in the end of the second round means that you have something to work on for the third. Oh, and Tornado just brushing the hair. I love the taunts.
Ooh, wow, making the crowd cheer, at least the virtual one.
If the virtual crowd is cheering, you know it's some good hits being landed. Oh, speaking of good hits, and you said it right, a good amendment of that. Have a short memory, but only for the bad, negative things. Don't beat yourself up, right? Just focus on what you need to do to make yourself better, and what actually got to stay neutral, right, in your mind. That's the only way you're going to come up from this. And Mr. Rezi, man, giving a good example of how that can work. But Tornado, he top 16 for a reason, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's locking in too as well, and he's also here in this commentary. So chat, you know, how do y'all feel? You know what I'm saying? How do y'all feel about this? Yeah, Larry, it's an amazing comeback. You know, chat's coming in, Larry popping in and saying, hey, man, this is an amazing comeback. I had to switch. He had to switch his opinion around on this. And wow! Speaking of the comeback, that uppercut was sneaky. That was sneaky, bro. Comeback. I had to switch. He had to switch his opinion around on this. And wow! Larry popping in and saying, hey, man, this is an amazing comeback. I had to switch.
In the later rounds, you can actually, like, get an understanding of what your opponent does every single time. It's like a bad habit that you can exploit easily.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. But like, you know, throughout the whole match, right? Like, you're fighting them, and you know, it's not about you need to win for most of that 3 minutes. You got to put together sort of, you know, the best couple of seconds at the right time.
Yeah.
And you know, Rezi doing just that. Tornado now in danger of getting knocked out entirely if he is not careful.
They didn't believe.
It might have been the taunting that's getting to him.
It might be. But look, either way, it's very entertaining. And Rezi, man, up right now, man, working the shot selection, doubling up on both sides. It's hard to block, and right now putting the pepper to your boy Tornado.
He feels it, right? He smells blood, and that is going a little bit too far. Does not want to throw this away, and you want to pursue that carefully, and he just got caught. He feels it.
Yeah, the left really caught him right on the chin. And ending that wonderful streak right there at the end, maybe a little too late for Tornado, but a hell of a show nonetheless.
Well,
27 to 27. Okay, so looking at the match right now, we have the first round, Tornado coming away with a devastating, strong first round. We all saw it was thundering. But Rezi coming back, steel sharpened mindset, forgetting all the negativity and clutching out the 10-9, and then at the end doing what he needed to do to overcome the deficit of the first round, a spectacular 10-8, grinding this match to a draw. And honestly, if I was Rezi, I'd be like, that's a win in my book. Tornado coming away with that last knockdown, which I think honestly might have saved him from losing, to be honest. It was a very expensive round as far as the action goes. Looking at the damage, Tornado coming away with more damage in the round, that last round being a big significant damage increase for him. But look, he was down on damage those first two rounds. Rezi was putting in the work. So chat, Marshall Gavros, he said, told y'all, 1-1 going into the third round. This man Gavros out here, man, look, we need to give him a pen and a paper, you know what I'm saying, have him call the shots on the side. Marshall Gavros, great call, my friend, great call. I agree, Mr. Walcom down. It was a great fight. This is a great fight, bar none. I want to hear from the homies right now. This was an excellent fight. So here we are, right? Zingler, I just dropped the code there. Let me know if you can see that. If the Discord link is not working, y'all keep me honest and let me know. Discord link is not working, y'all keep me honest and let me know. So I'm gonna lock in with the chat real quick. Appreciate y'all for coming through, you know what I'm saying, and all the follows for everybody who have not been able to you know what I'm saying, and able to say thank you enough for everybody who's following tonight. I can't catch them all, just mostly because I got a new setup tonight. I'm so just happy we got this stream up. But fellas, I gotta hear from y'all, man, because Zan, yo, bro, they doubted you after the first round. You came back and you drug that match to a draw. I would say a moral victory if I were you, bro. How are you feeling about that fight?
Bro, I'm feeling good. It was a bad, but it was a good performance at the same time. If I didn't let him get that, knockdown, I would have definitely won.
Yeah.
I would take the draw. I would definitely take it.
Yeah, I'd take that too. And there was a lot of energy coming into this fight, right? A lot of back and forth in the chat. How was your confidence coming into this fight?
All right, so my confidence, I didn't have too much. I don't usually have a lot of confidence going against people. Not on some scary stuff, but on some, not trying to overestimate them.
Right.
And I didn't overestimate Tornado, but he did way better than I thought he would. But at the same time, I drew it to a draw, so, it is what it is.
It is what it is, man. Great performance from you tonight, man. I'll definitely be keeping my eye on you a bit more, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's top 16, right? And so whenever you could bring a top 16 to a draw, or even almost like what you did, you almost took that to a win. Take note, y'all. Take note, chat. You know what I'm saying? They saying they want to see the run back. You know what I'm saying? So would you be down? Round two, we got to find a definitive winner. So look, I appreciate you, man. Keep it locked in, chat. You know what I'm saying? If you like what y'all saw, just let me know. Tornado, I got to bring you back on the mic, bro. What's good? Look, holding it down for the top 16.
After he knocked me, I got too cocky and I learned what karma is.
A little bit. Hey, but look, you held it down. You saw how he says. He always says, look, I don't have the confidence, not because I'm scared, but it's because I don't want to overestimate myself and underestimate my opponent. So you fought somebody with just a great mindset, right? It's hard to force that type of person to make a lot of mistakes and, you know what I'm saying, to run away. And that's coming from another top 6. That's high praise indeed. Look, bro, you did your thing. The chat loves it. Would you do a rematch?
Oh, heck yeah, I would.
Chat, you hear it?
I know I could have won that, but when I started taunting, I learned what karma is.
It always happens that way. Look, so next week, lock in with us. Another exhibition fight. We might see the conclusion of round number 2. Let us know. So let's go ahead and get the next boxers up here. Marshall Gavro says, yeah, run it back.
Before we do that, Rezi,
What's
I have
up?
one question for you, bro.
Go ahead.
Yep.
Is that enough for you?
No, it's not enough. I don't know why you act
Good
like that's
fucking
not
answer.
enough.
That's all I needed to hear. All right, I'm done.
Had to come in, just let him know. What's up?
One more thing.
Go ahead.
I'm fighting Jack Mon next week.
You fighting Jackmon next week?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see. Look, we'll keep this one. If you already have a fight, call out from Jackmon for the exhibition. If Jackmon doesn't show, we already know we're running it with Rezi and vice versa. So
Yeah.
you have a backup and a sub. We got what? How many more fights do we have left, Solly?
All right, so next up, we've got Lazy Gamer, our previous commentator, versus Jay the Joe, Ant-Man versus Entity, Mist versus Oavoid, Sendo versus Red. So only 4 more.
4 more to go. And who's up in the blue corner? I know Jay. And who's up in the blue corner? I know Jay the Joe is in the red. And you said who's in blue?
I
Lazy
currently
Gamer?
see no one in blue right now. Yeah, but it's
Lazy
gonna be
Gamer.
Lazy Gamer.
Yeah, I just want to update it real quick to get it,
Yep, there it is.
started. All right, while we
Cool.
wait, let me go ahead and lock in with the chat real quick. Absolutely, Larry, I
Before
agree.
I forget,
Go ahead.
we're gonna bring in Ash Coop for some commentary for these next couple rounds.
Oh yeah,
I love it.
That's also they can. So if you think you got the mouths, I don't even know if I should say that right. If you got the gift of gab, it's about to be a hard no diddy moment. But if you got the gift of gab, right, go ahead and give it a try, man. We're always looking for people who are knowledgeable, who are entertaining, who are just cool to talk to. So yo, Mayhem, I feel you, bro. Enough bumping the gum. Speaking of gab, and let's get to the next fight. All right, we got Lazy Gamer in the blue corner, Jay the Joe in the red corner. Solly, whenever you're ready, go ahead and hit that start button. I feel you, fam. Less, more action, boss. Less chit chat. I get it.
You got it.
Ooh, I can't wait for this fight. You know, I've seen Jade the Joe fight in a couple of leagues. Sometimes he's just too much for his opponents, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, 100%. And Lazy Gamer, very active, right? Does you know what I'm saying? Very active in his fight. So both boxers rocking the black trunks here. Lazy Gamer in the blue corner with the black hair, and Jay the Joe with the blonde man bun coming in. So we know what it is. Homies, take it away.
And I mean,
Yeah, you gotta.
look at Jade
I was gonna
the
say
Joe
you gotta
already.
love the color matchup. Sorry, Ash. Go ahead. You take it away.
Oh, sorry. I didn't want to interrupt. But anyways, Jay the Joe, he does have like a very weird style of ducking with his punches. You don't usually see that when you go ahead and face people. He just like throws his body with it, which honestly I think could get countered, but he somehow makes it work.
Does, and I like to see what I'm seeing from Lazy so far. A lot of weaves, a lot of motion. He reminds me a little bit of Bloob, and honestly in the look too, right? He looks like darker Bloob.
Yeah. Cody in the chat says looks like Eminem versus Jake Paul. Wouldn't we all love
I got
to see
my
that
money
one?
on Eminem.
Yeah, straight up. And we got some pure offensive fighters here. Not really trying to keep it tight with the defense. Really just looking to slug it out. And you know what? We need a good slugfest.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
This is, beautiful. You see, Lazy Gamer is catching Jay the Joe right here, and I have noticed that Jay tends to keep his hands down after he's done fighting. It is kind of a bad way to reset, because if he does get caught, it's not going to be nice for him. He might get knocked down just because of that. Ooh, look at this.
Nah, you're
right,
absolutely correct.
Look at that slow down motion. Always the curse is that like the fighters just hear you and do the opposite of what you want.
Right.
But I like what Lazy's doing with the ring position, right? He's just trying to slowly get Jay into the corner. But Jay not letting him do it, right? Slipping around, using the angles, not just moving backwards or forwards, right? Not letting himself get steered around.
I don't know if Jay the Joe. Oh my God! As soon as I say that, I was about to say I don't know if Jay the Joe has been, doing as much damage as Lazy, because Lazy's been catching him with some counters and checks, and he's taunting right now. But you don't want another tornado situation where he could just get knocked down, because he is getting caught a lot. Oh.
Yeah, and you got to say, like, there's an art to taunting. It's a skill. It's like there's certain taunts that leave you more open than others. There's certain taunts that leave you open in specific areas. And if you know how, like, the people are going to go there, you can set up your counter. Some people are just devious with it, right? They just set traps and play the chess game.
That is the round. Round is over. We're going into round 2. I do think, Solly, Super, what do you guys think,
With you more, right? That's, what we've kind of seen be successful for a lot of other fighters tonight, regardless of style, is, patience and precision, I would say, are the real keys of this recent patch. I don't know who's going to pull it out first, but I've got my confidence right now in Lazy Gamer. I think he's gonna be pulling out something sneaky, I think the taunting is starting to be a little bit dangerous.
And speaking of sneaky, he just catches him mid-taunt. And look at that, Lazy Gamer is somewhat catching Jay to the... Oh my goodness, he's making me stimmer on my words. Look at that. I didn't even say the right word too. That's horrible. But either way, look at these guys go, I know Jay the Joe is taunting right now, but when he's putting on a fight, he is putting on a fight.
Yeah.
If only you could just stop taunting, that is. Keep throwing fists. Oh my goodness.
He's trying to bait him in. That's what he really is trying to do, right? You got to be careful with fighters who will do stuff like what Jay the Joe is doing. He's trying to bait you into swing so he can counter hit, knock down, and get a nice highlight reel and add on to that emotional damage. But he's got to be careful. He's got to really be careful.
Ooh. Still, that defense, it still needs to be worked on. I think Lazy is doing a solid for himself, keeping those hands up, but Jay the Joe still no, fixations on his defense. He hasn't really done much to work on it. He's just been relying on that head movement. But yeah, that's all I could really say for this man. Just look at him. I don't know what he's doing right now. But
yeah, he's having fun right now. That's what he's doing. That's what it is.
I see it as a little bit of two things, right? Like, it's a combination of he's trying to have some fun with it, but also, right, like, the same way some people get frustrated and spam punches, it's almost like he's spamming taunts, right? He's just waiting for Lazy to be, to get overly aggressive, to stay in there for just a little too long, right, to get, to go.
Sometimes, these kind of taunts, you can see when they do kind of go to blows, they're slowing down quite a little bit. There can be just a little bit of exhaustion coming in, right? And Jay the Joe having fun. I think nothing wrong with that. Little nut tap there. Oh my God! Don't let it. No Diddy. You gonna have to stop him from doing that, my boy. Lazy Gamer. Like, whoa, yeah, exactly. Pause. Whoa. Calm down. But Jay the Joe really confident that he can kind of like play in this way and kind of get away with the win. So let's see how it pans out for him. As round number 2 comes to a close, we got Jay the Joe, taunting Joe, actually landing some good shots coming in here too. This has got to be frustrating for Lazy Gamer. Already Jay the Joe's style, like you said earlier, throwing his body into a lot of his punches, moving with the punch, almost swimming through the punches, if you will. Very difficult to land a counter shot because he's keeping himself a constant moving target. And then the taunts on top of that, the disrespectator, got to get in. But, Jay the Joe is just one good shot away from being humbled. And so if that happens here in round number 3, Lazy Gamer will be the one to make it happen, So, guys, how do you guys feel about Lazy Gamer's chance of humbling Jay the Joe in round number 3?
I think he has a very solid chance of, humbling him. Like I said, Jay the Joe has been catching... Oh, not Jay the Joe. Lazy Gamer has been catching Jay the Joe a lot, honestly. But the thing is, he just hasn't been picking up with the pace. Now, I know this sounds controversial, but both of these fighters are technically slow. You know, if you look at these guys and you compare them to some other people, these guys are like, you know, below average speed, right? If one of them just had 0.5 times the hand speed they had right now, we probably would have seen a knockdown by now.
Find the KO. You know, there's been openings here and there, but neither have been able to really capitalize. And, you know, despite kind of the brawls and the taunts, it's actually been a fairly tentative match. Ash, I don't know, what do you think you got to do to break through, either as Lazy or as Jay the Joe?
Well, the only way to break through is, you know, enough with the taunts, right? Let's not focus on the taunts. If I'm Lazy Gamer, what I want to do, I want to go in for an uppercut. Because if you notice what Jay the Joe's been doing, he's been ducking his head under the belt, right? Or not under the belt, but what it would seem like to Lazy Gamer. So, if anything, I would try and throw an uppercut, see if I could stun him. If not, then, you know, I'll just take my out. Because right now, he has been taking hits, as you can see right now on the screen. And it hasn't been working, right? Which sucks. But he has been putting in combinations that have hurt Jay the Joe before. So it is possible he can knock him out just using that.
True enough.
Yeah, and at this point, you don't even have to go for the knockout, right? Like, there's been no knockdowns in the other rounds. You could just win it off of a dominant score round. But both fighters still looking like they're hunting for the other to hit the canvas.
Oof. These guys look like they just punch hard, you know? Oh my goodness. A combination of hooks, man. Look at that.
Yeah, it's like 1950s style fisticuffs, right? Just hit hard, have an iron chin. Fisticuffs, right? Just hit hard, have an iron chin.
I respect it. Dang, a big smash coming in by Jay the Joe. Big shout out to Sendo. Huge smash trying to come in, talking about uppercuts. It's funny how as soon as they hear from the commentators, like, "Oh yeah, I think I might go ahead and try one of those." It's like they just got the idea,
right? I always wonder how much that
last through the trolliest of troll rounds. Man taunted all the way through, led him on, trolled him the whole way. You know what I'm saying? And then getting the knockout at the end. Red corner right there. But Lazy Gamer with the epic taunt of himself right there. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, look, I can taunt too when the time comes for it. Let's look at the scorecard real quick. 10-8, 10-8, 10-8. Solid round. Jay the Joe, as I like to say.
10-9 in the middle.
10-9, sorry. 10-9 in the middle. Sorry, I will not take that point away from Lazy Gamer. Jay the Joe, though, perfect scores on the SAT, as I like to say. 10s all the way through. That clutch knockdown at the end, the most trolly clutch knockdown ever. But let's look at the damage. Damn. The damage. 3,384 to 1,648. I mean, like doubling the damage of Lazy Gamer all the way through while taunting. That's some devious stuff, right? That is nasty work, right? 14-12 alone in the first round. I mean, God, Debbie, it says it all. Look at the damage. Like, Marshall, exactly, bro. Look at the damage on here. I'm just going to pause on here just so we can absorb the numbers real quick, because Jay the Joe did not look like he's supposed to do that much damage. But God, every Sunday in the Discord, sign up start at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right? So for those who want to know, once you join the Discord, I'm about to drop that link one more time. Once you join the Discord, anybody, myself, Solly, any of the refs will be happy to help you navigate you through. You know, I know it's a lot of reading and stuff and people are new to Discord. Jump in the general chat and just ask, well, how do I get in on an exhibition? Someone's going to tell you. Every Sunday, people do fall out by the end of the night, so still sign up even if you're past 30, and you might be called in to be a sub, right? Solly's already had to do that a couple of times. This is for virtual reality boxing, so you got to have a Quest 2 or Quest 3, and, you know, there are no other requirements other than that. Exhibitions are just a fun night for anybody of any skill level to hop in. We will match you accordingly, so don't be scared. Show us you got the hands. And if you perform exceptionally well, like say you take on one of our top 16 who do participate in the exhibitions for fun, if you've just been a phenom like someone, then you're going to get an invite from me to do our ranked matches on Saturdays. Only top 16 boxers. Every 2 months ends the season. And at the end of the season, I like to throw a little money their way, throw a little loot to the top 8 for a nice card for the community. So shout out to all those boxers. And I do put all these matches out on the YouTube channel to live forever. So exhibitions go out every day. And then you guys will see high production content coming in on the YouTube channel from the ranked matches. So without further aduances, though, let's go ahead and holla at the homies real quick. First of all, I want to talk to Lazy Gamer first, and then I want to talk to Jay the Joe. Lazy Gamer, where you at, bro?
Oh wait, me?
Yeah, I gotta talk to you first.
I thought you were gonna talk to Jay first. He was the one who won.
Nah. I gotta talk to you because Jay, with all that taunting, I'm pretty sure you're gonna have a lot to say. So I want to talk to you first. Usually, I usually see you when you come in, man. Jay's style was very trolly. What do you think about Jay's style?
What do I think about it? Well, it's very annoying.
Yeah.
Think of it like a. You've seen Hajime no Ippo, I'm very certain.
Yes.
So you know that scene where damn, I forgot his name. He was the brown-haired one.
Aoki?
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
Aoki does that little stupid thing where he just stops all of a sudden, looks
over to the left.
Yeah, no, I saw 1,000. I just what?
Right. Like I don't know how
That's
he's
probably
doing it.
because I got rocked that many times. I don't know.
So
I've been doing the gym v gym stuff, and I had to do some practice stuff beforehand. So yeah, I was gassed out way too much.
look, man, because I was about to say, I usually see you have a lot of energy, the antithesis to the name. We used to call you the active gamer. So I knew there's had to be something going on. You already went through a gauntlet today. Look, I'm not going to take anything from you or drag this out anymore. Great fight. It was entertaining. The chat loved it. We get another one in the books, man. So I hope to see you back next week.
Anyway, we can come back from this, I swear. We can come back from this.
I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. All right, bro.
Anyway, Jay the Joe.
Look, I'll see if we can get a rematch going, because I want to see what you and Jay do when you guys are both fresh. Jay the Joe, I gotta holla at you, homie. What's good? All right. In the meantime, Anthony is a monkey. Just dropped a link to the Discord. Let me know if that works for you, bro. And so Jay the Joe going a little silent there, ever elusive, leaving us in the dark. But we're gonna go ahead and keep it moving and keep it grooving, man. We can get up out of here a little early.
He's asking if we can hear him. No, we cannot hear you.
We cannot hear him.
Let's invite you back up. Let's see if that changes.
Make sure he's not muted, and I'm gonna fill in the next fighters. Now I'm gonna answer a question from the chat though.
Yeah, we can't hear you, Jay.
Though.
Yeah, we can't hear you, Jay.
Chats was asking, look, what are your thoughts on Thrill the Fight 2? And so I'm going to give you the thoughts and perspective of someone who's been running content on VR fighting games for a long time. I've played a lot of them. I've experienced a lot of them. I've helped develop a few, and I advise on a few. And I think right now in the ecosystem, Thrill the Fight. Yeah, we can hear you now. We can hear you now. Okay, we can hear you now. All right, I got questions, bro. I got questions, bro. All right, you know what I'm saying? You came out with the Fortnite style, right? Taunting. We was a little worried, right? What was going on through your mind when you were like, I'm about to just taunt this dude, right? Was you really just trying to rage bait him, or was there strategy? You know what I'm saying? We gotta know.
I mean, I've been wanting to fight him for a long time, so I was just kind of trolling, cause I mean we've fought a lot, but I mean, this one's in front of a bunch of people, so I had to put on a show, I guess.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Now, you got a very interesting and unique style, right? We talked about it earlier in the rounds. You kind of swim through with the punches, right? Very different from a lot of people. Is that homegrown? Is that something you did just for this game, or is that how you throw hands in real life?
I don't really throw hands in real life, but like I would love to. I would like to start training boxing, but
that's what I'm talking about.
I kind of just been just throwing.
Look,
and like dipping and throwing.
It works. It works.
And, I'm not like mindlessly throwing. Like I kind of have some thought about what I'm doing, but I don't know. I'm just trying to have fun, you know, give the people a good fight.
Nah, you did. You
No,
put
just
up. You put up
chill.
a great fight. Honestly, it's such a great fight. We had Marshall Gavros coming in here, being very honest, right? Saying the game is just not there in a good state. It needs work. And we welcome the honesty, right? Because again, they don't pay me no money, so I ain't got a shield for nothing, right? But you know, seen people have fun and like, you know, putting on a good production, having fights like this, turned the man around, brought it back a little love for the game, he says, right? So that's awesome to hear, right? Because you know what I'm saying, it's hard to have somebody spin back around on a negative experience, you know. There it is.
My punches.
There it is. Get active, stay active. I like it. Look, so
yeah.
would you be down for a rematch? Because
Of course.
We okay.
But
Okay.
I have one person in mind.
Okay. What's up?
Who's talking a lot of smack.
Okay.
And he thinks he's better than everyone. So I want to call out Sumo.
Sumo.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Look.
I don't like how he was talking. I don't like how he was talking to BY. So
you know, people come in here
real.
They everybody comes in here with confidence, right? You know, so like I see like your homie Ghost right here. You see, he says he boxes real life. He wants to try it out. I love the confidence. We invite you, join the Discord. I'm gonna drop the link again. You know what I'm saying? Join the Discord. Everybody on our Discord likes the game, likes to box. Even if they don't have hands, everyone wants to play a good game. So this is a good way to kind of test yourself. And if you ever get fumbled or tripped up or something really just doesn't jive, because it is a transition from IRL to the VR boxing environment, we're also here to help the homies out, right? We want to see everyone do their best in this game. So join the community, man. It's a lot of boxers. We're just now getting the league stuff started up. But, you know, Jay, bro, another one for the highlight reel. It was a fun match. I'm glad that you came in. We're going to go ahead and get on to the next battle before they tell this old man he needs to stop jibber-jabbering. Right now, we have Entity versus Ant-Man. So Entity in the blue corner, right? Ant-Man in the red corner, right, Solly? Ant-Man in the red corner, right, Solly?
Yep.
All right. Well, I am ready whenever you are. Let's go on ahead to that next fight.
Starting right up. And yes, this should be a good fight. Second to last fight of the night. And we've been getting through these really quickly. You know, a little bit less than 30 fighters tonight before the sign-up period. But honestly, you got to say, we run a smooth show.
With the black trunks. Solly, I'm going to go ahead and set up these shorts colors for everybody. Let them know a little bit about the boxers. Who we have fighting up in here?
All right, so we've got Entity who's got a regular here repping BY Gym, I believe. You know, one of their earliest trainees. And we got Ant, who is Ant-Man, brand new to ringside, making his debut. And honestly, he's got a tough opponent to do it against, right? Elos are close, but that practice that he puts in the gym is evident right here. He's got that iron guard, and he is swinging with some heavy blows.
Absolutely. Look, Ant-Man, you know, I love to see new people. I swear to God I've seen Ant-Man before, but maybe I'm just tripping. The name might be familiar. Right now,
I think he's got the same skin as Cam, right? Like, I think he literally has the same outfit Cam was wearing earlier.
A little bit. But I do like to see new fighters, man, because it's always a surprise, especially their first time around. Anthony is a monkey. The verification, is that on your account or is that something on our end? Let me know.
Yeah, we'll find out. But I like Ant going for these uppercuts, overhands, right? Just realizing that iron guard is there and just trying to hit it from different angles, right? Just fighting this fight like a siege, trying to just wear down those defenses and see what works.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, there's some value to that too, right? Like, you have to be careful about how you throw those punches. You don't want to exhaust yourself, but it's difficult keeping that guard high up, right? Your arms get tense up there. You get tired. Those rounds start to get later and they get heavy.
Yeah. For all those out here who watch like maybe watch some YouTube boxing content, like how-tos, I know I do. It's just always fun to learn a little something more. Tony Jeffrey says even just for people who are fit, you know, going 3 rounds with your hands up and swinging, it's exhausting, right? And it's even more energy when you miss. And in VR, you miss every punch you throw, whether it hits or not. So this is something that like endurance and keeping your hand.
No, that's great. It's great insight right there. But right now, as this round is ending, I don't think there's a very clear advantage for either fighter. Both of them have been exchanging some solid hits. But I'm going to give this probably a slight edge to Entity. Super, what do you think?
I wouldn't be too mad at that, to be honest, with that assessment, because Entity was piecing up, especially towards the last round. And, if I was a judge, it's like, all right, sometimes the last thing you see as a judge just kind of takes over stuff. But, Entity was throwing in some combos, but not to take anything away from Ant-Man. Kept it solid with some solid 1-2s, kept it tight with the jab, wasn't swinging too wildly. Neither boxer putting themselves in a lot of danger for the anti-spam. So it could go either way, but I honestly think that you're right in the assessment that Entity kind of pulled out on that. With Ant-Man, he's new. He's still figuring it out with Entity. Entity has had ringside VR training with the gym, so he's representing his gym. He's getting a workout in. Ant-Man, though, still has the ability to kind of come away in round 2, make the proper adjustments, and pull ahead, because I'd like to see a little bit more activity from him as far as like power shots come in, right? Just for Entity to respect his power a little bit, respect that authority. But he's got to establish that dominance, and let's see what he's going to do in round number 2. Good. Big uppercut coming in right now. We're seeing a different Ant-Man coming in round number 2. I think he's like, I got the measure of my opponent. I'm going to put some pressure on him.
Yeah, I agree. Right, round 2 adjustment round, and I think more important when it's when you're having your debut, and especially against a regular ringside fighter. That first round is an adjustment not just to the match, but to a match that really feels like it's got some stakes to it. People are watching these. You don't want to get embarrassed in front of the homies. So you go into round 2, you've kind of already jumped in the deep end, and if you can tread,
setting himself up for a potential counter hit opportunity. And I like what Ant-Man is doing. He's just kind of tenderizing Entity up, really not going for the knockdowns, but really trying to force his opponent to make some mistakes. And Entity firing back, but honestly not quite finding the range that Ant-Man is having. Very surprising coming in. Chat, though, on the other hand, feeling good about Entity's chances, right? I see Red out here in the chat, hailing up Entity, you know what I'm saying? So shout outs to the chat for supporting the homies.
Yeah, that's the other upside, right, of having a gym, is you got kind of already a group of people who are on your side rooting for you. And, that means something in these fights, right? It gives you a little bit more stakes to fight for. But, they sometimes throw support in chat. Sometimes they DM each other hints and tips. And we're all for that, right? If you got your homies in the crowd yelling tips for you, where you got some cornermen, use them.
Oh, absolutely. And morale is crucial. There we go. Speaking of crucial, that was a big, nice hit coming in from Entity. As he dances around, a little spry. The man's feeling a little fresh, a little funky. But yeah, having that moral support backing you, it feels so good. Knowing the chat's watching you, knowing the homies are behind you, it gives you sometimes confidence is just what you need in a situation to open up and get loosened up to make some things happen.
Yeah, you're right. And right now, Entity seems to be taking that to heart and loosening up, catching him after, getting a little bit shook in that start of the adjustment round. I think calmed down, came back, and is being very patient here and methodical. Ooh, though Ant's starting to get a little bit more action towards the end, but looks like this round is going to end with no one else hitting the canvas, and them looking towards round 3, trying to crack the puzzle of how to get ahead on the scorecards.
Round number 3, I think a little bit of a turnaround for your boy Ant-Man. I got him up on that one. He came out strong, right? Again, asserted that dominance, and what he did, Entity had to back up a little bit. It kind of messed up his game.
To try to break through the puzzle, because it's not like they're just fighting the same thing and not getting no new result, right? They've been changing it up, and it's been a really a high level defensive match as well as a good offensive slugfest.
Yeah, I think Ant-Man can have confidence in his ability so far and his game plan, really switching it up. Again, he's not getting too wild. He's still measuring up his opponent. I think he can have just the confidence in his abilities to just finish the fight out with this game plan. Entity has not really been showing a lot of adjustments. But with Entity now, we can't count him out. Well, let's see what this man thinks about into this next few minutes here of this round.
Yeah, he's got to do, the work now. You know, this is an interesting situation, right? Like I said before, you got the choice to try to get a knockdown and really secure the win, or you've got the choice to be patient, you know, stick with that defense and try to make sure that you win out on points.
100%.
And you know, there's as much value as keeping your opponent from getting that knockdown as it is in getting you in you getting it.
Yeah, Ant-Man really switched. Ant-Man making another adjustment here. Having the confidence from Entity not really putting anything out there. He's just walking in, crossing into that void, and really loading up some power shots. You see that left hand doing work to the body. Ant-Man aiming for the liver. Ooh, uppercut to the solar plexus from Ant-Man. Entity now starting to get hip. He doesn't want to get hit to the body. He's got to be careful. Jiggling the keys, little jingle jangle, little distraction. Hands down low. Wobble to and fro. What's going to happen? Ant-Man. I was hoping that he was going to land a big old hit, but he didn't. I was setting him up. But, yeah, no, Ant-Man being able to load up right now. Entity not really doing much to deter the man, and that's a big mistake on his part. If he lets him get too far ahead in the damage, it's going to be a really rough night for him.
I think so, and there we're getting toward the end of the round. Both fighters throwing out everything.
Putting up on Entity in the final moments of this round. Oh, what do I know? What do I know? Entity with the counter hit. Oh! Up on Entity in the final moments of this round. Oh!
Right at the end of round 3, he's only got a little bit of time left to work with to try to make up for that mistake, but that is definitely enough to give Entity that match if he can hold on.
I think so, man. Unless we were wrong and Ant-Man walked away with the first round, what a tragedy to happen. Ant-Man was feeling himself. He was on a roll there at the end, and it was like a slip. It was a cross counter. I'm not even sure. Both boxers collided, and Ant-Man just went down. I mean, honestly, you could maybe have called that a semi-illegal elbow or something as we look there in that quick replay. Wow. What a way to go out. Let's see what the judges say for this card.
Yeah, there is a chance that we get a draw, so let's see it.
It's a draw.
And Psychic taking those other rounds, but Entity coming back with that knockdown. We've got a 28-28. Yeah, like I said, 10-9, 10-9, 8-10 for Ant. That one knockdown for Entity, doing a lot to save him from really some rounds that were getting away from him. Round 1, 516 to 528, so literally 12 points of damage separating them. But then Ant-Man starting to get more comfortable as those matches going on. 860 and 729 to 545 and 494, and Entity saving himself by catching that knockdown.
I mean, really, and I just want to quote from YouTube, Purple X Gamer saying, Ant-Man has a lot of potential. Ant-Man has a lot of potential. Look at the damage, guys. Look at the damage. And I want to hear from both of them real quick, because that was a good fight. We got Entity training up in the gyms. Ant-Man coming in. I swear I've seen Ant-Man on here before. I might have to ask him. But, I think it was a good fight, bro. What did you think about that, Solly?
No, I thought it was a great fight. It was just super close the entire time, right? Not the knockout firework fest that some other ones, but really technical boxing. And what I liked about it, right, just lots of adjustments, layers on layers from both fighters.
Yeah, it started out really good. I mean, Ant-Man came through second round. He started really measuring up his opponent, really trying to find the range, and that, again, coming out with the aggression, asserting the dominance, really allowed Entity to step back a little bit. He retreated just a bit, tried to be a bit more careful and a bit too defensive, but it gave Ant-Man the confidence in round number 3 to really step in with the power shots, and I think the confidence got to his head because, man, it was a clash. They literally collided into each other. The knockdown happened. I think it was a left by Entity that just crossed right up over there, and that's all the Entity needed, really, and again, we said you get too confident in this game, you press the gas too much and you might crash. Let's talk to the homies real quick. First off, I want to talk to Entity. Where you at, bro?
Yeah, hello?
Yo. All right, Entity, man. You've been working out. You've been putting in the work. You know what I'm saying? You came in pretty strong, bro. Tell me what happened in that fight, dog. Like, your boy Ant-Man seemed to start really catching up to you towards the end.
Yeah, the only he would have won because I was using room scale. The only reason why I didn't win is because I got that knockdown, and his controller messed up, which gave me a little bit of time to refocus.
A little refocus there, a little breather. Okay.
Yeah.
I like the honesty, man. Are you more gassed now? Is it do you need more space? What's up?
Definitely gassed me out a lot more, but I loved it. I love just being able to go free. I also tried using my jab more.
Mm-hmm.
I tried using the Detroit style,
I see. Look, you was moving. And I think if it wasn't for that movement, you wouldn't have gotten that last knockdown.
That is true. If it wasn't for my footwork, Ant-Man would have won.
Yeah, 100%.
30 to 20.
100%. Look, we appreciate you coming out, man, showing up and showing out. And also, like I say, for the fighters who stay towards the end here, thank you for being patient and waiting for your turn all the way to the end. Thank you so much, bro. So I'm looking forward to seeing you next week. Ant-Man, gotta holla at you, bro. Where is he at? Oh, I see him there, Ant.
He's muted. There he is.
There he is. Ant-Man. What's good, bro?
What's good?
Yeah, man, chill. Question, man. I swear I've seen your name around here before. Have we seen you fight before?
Probably not. I think I tried to sign up the one time, and I think I was too late.
That's what it was. I swear I've seen the name. Okay, so first time out, bro. How was your experience? Welcome to Ringside VR, by the way.
Appreciate it. Bro, this was a great first fight, to be honest. Entity was a really good opponent. His footwork was really good. He was dancing on me a little bit, stunting on me.
A little bit. He was moving, but you stayed locked in, man. Like, so the first round, it seemed like you guys are both even, throwing a lot of punches back and forth, really getting a feel for it. Second round, however, I noticed you made the adjustment, started measuring him up, peppering him, you came out the gate swinging and kind of established ring dominance, right? So you had command over that second round, and it seemed like he was slowing down. I mean, right before the controller messed up, you were on your way in, man. You had a lot of
pick out that spot, trying to rip down his defense a little bit, and then he's seen the opportunity, he took it, and it really just
it was like
worked.
off the movement. It was so tragic because you were loading up the power shots, man. Like, I saw several like left hooks to the body, looking to go for that liver. You was throwing the uppercuts to the solar plexus. You was catching him with the left hook over the top. I'm like, yo, this man's looking like a heavyweight fighter out of nowhere. And it was just so unfortunate to happen, man. So how much experience do you have with the game so far? Like, what's your elo looking like?
So I actually was ranked 19,000, but I'm back down to 18,000.
Okay. So you're sitting here in the 18s. Look, the only thing I will say is, like, be careful of the anti-spam system, right? If you're moving forward and you've already thrown a lot of punches and the game's like, all right, he's not taking a rest, they're just automatically going to make your character more susceptible to knockdowns, and they're going to reduce the power of your punches until you make a reset. And I think if I'm a betting man, I think that's what really played into that. Plus, it was a well-timed counter shot as you were coming in, all of the perfect storm type things, and then it just ended in there. Zay, I'm gonna get to you in a little bit. When you want to sign up, just go to this recorded exhibitions. That's where you sign up, that channel. We're full for the night, so you'll be signing up for the next week. So every Sunday standard time, make sure to sign up. That's when the bell starts. But bro, Ant-Man, looking forward to seeing you here next week, man. Get some reps in with the homies, maybe join a gym or two, and just keep working on it, man. I think you got a lot of potential, and I'm glad you came through today.
Appreciate it, bro.
All right, Solly, we got the last fight of the night, right? I think so.
Second
round. So Solly, whenever you're ready, go ahead and start.
Already on.
Nice.
All right, so Mist in the red corner with the gray trunks, rocking the bowl cut. His opponent for tonight, Avoid, with the red hair and the blue trunks. We got a fun little color matchup. And we got some little skinny guys tonight, so let's see this. I got like a featherweight fight.
Like twigs. Watching two
Yeah,
lions with little arms brawl it out.
And brawl out they are, slugging it away. Mist already throwing some high volume. Avoid hiding behind that guard and getting some good counters. Mist giving him a little crybaby taunt.
Man, you want to make sure you rack up damage in the first round, but you don't want to tire yourself out either. It's kind of just like make sure you want to get the judges on your side in the first round.
For sure, for sure. And you got to be careful, right? Like, just like you said, you can't tire yourself out. You also can't, you know, in the same time as you're gunning aggressive for it, get caught yourself and be, you know, back with less stamina now.
I mean, you can't really get much stamina back unless you're actively sitting on something in real life or you have a bottle of water with you.
Couldn't agree more. And so, Lazy, do you have any experience fighting either of these two fighters? You fought either of them before, either in spars?
I haven't fought any of them, but from what I can tell right now, they're pretty aggressive. And they're actually getting really accurate with it as well.
Yeah, I like it. But I'm going to honestly say, you know, I've seen both fighters a couple times missed much more regularly. And getting caught a few times, getting a little bit confused in a bad situation, and Avoid is taking good advantage of it, not over spamming, taking pauses, and a good clinch saves it for Mist. Looks like he's got a little bit of a headset issue. Taking a second to fix. Taking some heavy shots, but he's been on the back foot for the most part, which is actually kind of an advantageous position, right? We talk about how moving your head back can mitigate damage. Same thing with moving backwards. And so as he's doing this, right, he's mitigating damage and he's looking for that counter shot. Doesn't matter how many hits you get if you don't get the knockdown, and Mist does.
A little bit of a dramatic pause here in the middle of the match. Yeah, even the crowd was waiting right there, trying to see what the opponents do. It's like a calm before the storm being a storm of leather, fists flying, as these two boxers like really scrap it out. I mean, really going to town on it. It's kind of crazy.
And I think and it's also 10 seconds for the bell.
Yep, there it is. Those pauses can be interesting, right? Because they, you know, they can be really tense samurai moments, even if you're not physically moving, right? Oh,
my mom
right?
just came in my room, bro.
Is that what happened?
My mom came in my room and then she started yelling at me to get off the VR, bro.
Yo, like, hey, mom, I'm fighting for my life out here.
Exactly, bro. I had to push her out of my room. He was smacking me on my back and everything, bro.
Real life and IRL at the same time. Give this man a medal.
Give this man a medal for real.
I mean, hopefully you can continue, but like at the end, you gotta apologize to your mom for, you know, pushing her out.
I was wondering what was happening. Oh, this is absolutely.
I mean, I didn't
the
know
best.
if his like headset was loose or something else.
This is absolutely the best. This is gold, guys. Thank you.
He was like tilting his headset up so that he could see.
Okay, ready?
That makes sense. I thought he was like drinking water in the middle of a round. I was like, are you that thirsty, bro?
Just immediately go knock down. Mom probably came back with a chancla or something. I know, you know, depending on which mom he has, you know what I'm saying? But yeah.
It's the 2-for-1 special.
It's the 2-for-1 special.
In real life and in virtual reality. Oh my god. Reality. Anyway.
Shout out to Cole Carter in the chat, you know, getting really inspired by these two boxers, wanting to jump in. Cole, just join the Discord, bro. Sign-ups are every Friday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be the first 30 boxer in. You can guaranteed on the card. And right now, just like these two, you could be here on the big stage fighting your moms and the opponent at the same time for all the respect and the love.
All of it. And this is going to be interesting, right? How that is going to affect him mentally. It looks like he's calmed down and locked in. And now is focused solely on this fight. getting a little bit sharper, and you can see the aggression kind of slowing down from Oavoid, right? He was getting a lot of combos in before, and this time missed much quicker to respond to him and make him back off.
You gotta love to see it. I mean, you gotta love to see any fight, though.
I mean, especially as we've been seeing the fights tonight. I mean, as far as an entire card goes, we've had a lot of really good, evenly fight matches. I mean, honestly, like pushing Ma Dukes out the room in the middle of a match is nasty work, bro. Like, you got to respect that level of commitment to the game. You know what I'm saying? And you got to expect the Riz to not get your ass whooped on the way out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's modern day moms. My mom would have fought me. Oh, you want to fight, huh? I see it. She would have came back in with the gloves on. Would have been me on the ground. If you know, you know. But nah, both of these, right? You know what I'm saying? So both of these boxers here putting in work, man, and I just love to see it, man. A lot of high energy, right? And even though we have the stick movement, we're making lots of use of the whole ring. It's just entertaining to watch, especially as we wind down in this night, man. Second to last fight of the night. You know, good fight. Round number 2, very exciting. So, fellas, I gotta ask both of y'all. We've seen 1.5 rounds, right? Round number 1. Then the middle round and round number 1 with moms, and now round number 2. So who do you guys got up on the fight so far?
I think I'm going to give the edge to Oavoid. I think he's just been the more active fighter, right? He got a little bit of that advantage from the mom moment. But also, right, I think he's just been throwing more shots, and I think they've been exchanging fairly equally when they clash. But, just more opportunities to hit if you're throwing the higher volume.
It is.
Yeah.
Especially...
The awkward pause when two people try speaking at the same time.
Don't you just love it?
Gotta love it.
Just love it.
And neither is willing it to just speak first.
Yeah. So now the whole round has gone underway. Round number 3, the final round, unopinionated by 2 or 3 of the casting members. Now we got to go into this round. Chat, it's up to you. Who do you think is going to win this round? Is it going to be Oavoid with the with the silver blue trunks, or is it going to be Mist with the gray trunks? Mist looking to be really sharp here in this next round. It's really his round to lose. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can't let Oavoid run away with this. Cole Carter in the chat says he thinks it's Mist, but he was cheering for Oavoid earlier. Packers Flock 8 says, let's go Oavoid. So the chat is now speaking up. Oavoid winning the folks over. Let's see if Mist has anything to say about that.
We'll see, but I think what's interesting is at the end of that second round, you saw Mist try to step on the gas a little bit, and Oavoid did a really good job just being aggressive, not to get the knockdown, but to make him back off and, go at a much slower pace, right? And as that round inspiration.
Look, the chat, Kobe now jumping in from the chat saying, let's go Oavoid. I mean, the chat's going for Oavoid pretty hard. It's really going to come down to damage. I agree with Packers Flock here from the chat. Damage is really going to tell the distance right now, and Oavoid just luring Mist, just bringing him around by the nose the entire match, being the matador. Mist now having more opportunities to fire on his opponent, and he's really just eating up the clock, right? Oavoid is just wearing it down, very confident in his position, really not trying to vie for a win, but more so trying to deter Mist from getting his.
Yeah, and Mist honestly getting some really clean shots in there, seeing the ugly face flash in and out for Oavoid. And so, he's got to be careful. He really is starting to let this third round get away from him. Might just be getting tired, right? 3 rounds, 3 minutes each, lots of punches thrown, lots of keeping your hands up, and just lots of mentally having to stay in the fight and stay focused for so long.
100%. This man Oavoid out here is fighting with a little bit of heart, whatever gas he's got in the tank, you know what I'm saying? But Mist keeping it groovy, keeping it sharp. And we've actually seen a few little unorthodox uppercuts coming out from Mist. And now Mist is the one leading his opponent around with the crybaby, the taunt, trying to get him to overextend. Last couple of seconds here in this round. We're going to see who wins this match right after this.
We're seeing a couple of this. It'd be crazy to get a knockdown, but we've already seen it happening in the last seconds, but not here. We're ending on a decision, and honestly, I do not know who is going to take it. Let's go to the judges.
I'm on from blue.
Woo!
I just lost everything.
You lost the whole house. you gonna be out on the street.
Everything.
Everything. The house, your firstborn, all that chat. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's like, yo, this is crazy, yo, the decision. Everybody was going for Ovoid. And I mean, come on now. Anybody who kicks their mom out the room, and you could see the huge adjustments coming in from Mist. Mist, of course, losing that first round, but hey, it's just the discovery round. No one really cares about that one. He comes back strong in the second round. Ma Dukes putting in a lot of work on Ovoid's mindset, but it was really that third round where Ovoid was really just kind of running around the ring and giving too many opportunities to Mist to put down the damage, and that allowed Mist to have a huge comeback in damage, right? It was very close in the third round, a big blowout in the first round, but Mist 1200. I mean, really bringing it back. Fellas, what do you think about that fight?
So like.
Yeah, Mist, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Mist.
Going into the fight, I was kind of worried because after my a fight from before with him.
Yeah.
I didn't really see him fight much after that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, he definitely got better though. Definitely. But
oh yeah.
Yeah, I just kind of adjusted in the last round and started countering a lot more. Saw his flaws, and then yeah, I just punished it.
He's made some adjustments, and it was a full follow through. I mean, all credit to you. You did your thing out here, coming away with the dub. You got to feel good about that one, man. So definitely looking forward to seeing you here next week. Void, got to talk to you next, homie.
Yeah, for sure.
Bro, first time out, man. Welcome to Ringside VR, man. How was your first fight?
This was my second fight.
Oh dang! When was you fighting? How'd I miss it?
You weren't commentating that one. You weren't there that one.
Oh,
yeah, it was the week that I did.
When I was sick. Got it.
Good fighter though. He deserved that one.
Yeah, it was a good fight, but for both of y'all. I mean, y'all went blow for blow. It was great. So definitely want to see you again, bro. That was entertaining. And I think you did a really good job, and I want to say congratulations, and I hope I see you again, bro. All right, I'm gonna lock it with chat here. Chino, what's the Discord? I got you, player. We got one more fight for the night, right, Solly? It's the last one.
Last one. We got Floyd versus.
Oh, you went out there for a second, bro. We got who?
Versus who?
Sendo. Sendo in the blue corner versus Red in the red.
Sendo in the blue. And Red, of course, Red in the red corner. It's a tradition around here that we always put Red in the red corner, guys. It just feels right. We messed that up a couple of times. We won't be messing it up again.
Yeah, when you say Red in the blue corner, everything starts to fall apart.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel right. So Chino says, can I fight after? So this is the last fight of the night here. We have all our boxers sign up on Sundays ahead of time. So jump into the Discord next Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Jump in the recorded exhibitions room. That's where the signups are going to be. If you're ever confused, just holla at us in the general chat or anywhere else and just ask where you can find the action, right? So this is going to be the last fight of the boxers. First 30 boxers get in on the stream every Sunday, right? We also have a Thursday night fight night for the Discord, a community fight night, as well as Saturday we have the ranked matches for those who get invited. It's invite only for that one, but if you want to get invited, you got to get up and show out on the exhibition, right? So right now we've got Sendo, the last fight in the Sendo in the blue, right? Red, of course, traditionally in the red. Solly, whenever you're ready, go ahead and let it rip.
All right, and last match of the night starting. All right, Lazy, Supa, who do you have in this one?
Don't let me lose the fight here. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, let's go with the opposite just for fun.
Just to play devil's advocate.
Yeah, that's what I was
All right. All right, and since I will be the third one, I'm going to go with the draw is what's going to happen.
The draw,
we saw it last round.
It's very possible.
It would be the first one that we've had all night. Yeah, exactly. We've had two.
All right, got the colors up so everybody knows. Sendo in the ringside red. Red not wearing red with the white.
That's surprising.
Very surprising.
I can't remember. Isn't that the BY boxing thing?
That is.
Oh my god, why are you?
That's our uniform.
Nuh-uh. Anyway.
All right.
Look.
Welcome to the mic, Bloob.
Bloob,
next
hop
time,
in.
let me know before you're. Next time, try to hop in between rounds, but all good.
Yeah.
What are your insights on the fight so far?
So far, I mean, I think both fighters I've seen come up a lot. Again, Red in my gym, so I've worked with him pretty often. He's a newer member to the gym, so I haven't gotten into the ring with him too much. But knowing him, he is a solid fighter that's working towards his flaws. I didn't even notice. No. Oh, he fighting one-handed though.
He's doing an okay job.
Come on, Red. One-hand him. I don't think he can hear me.
Nah, I'm about to say, yeah, definitely when you see somebody's one hand go down, you know, the honorable thing is to do a one-handed battle. But Red's like, nah, man, no honor among thieves. I'm stealing this match.
I don't think Red can hear me.
I mean, we might see, like, the entirety of, like, Sendo's head just go down.
What you do when your hand goes down and you want to continue the fight. I would want to see Sendo try to get between his fist and Red, right? Like, if it's going to be dead anyway, at least have it float up in the blocking range. But right now, he just got it all the way behind him.
I mean,
there's not much you can do about where your dead controller goes.
That's facts.
I mean, yeah, it all depends on, like, the position of where it was until, it's, you know, fateful death. Jesus Christ, that sounded, like, way too dramatic. It's a controller.
I'm going to use that as a ring name one day, Fateful Death. In this short break, though, I want to give a shout-out to, like, the biggest supporter that's been on the stream, Braylon Cormier, dropping 20 more roses, you know what I'm saying? He's been absolutely amazing here on TikTok, showing a lot of love to a lot of the fighters, and recently joined the Discord. So everybody who wants to join in, be like Braylon, support the channel, join the Discord.
Hell yeah.
Would love to see more people joining the exhibitions.
Yeah,
hopefully
that's been.
Doesn't end like mine.
It's been a
To
really.
be honest with you,
it's been really good.
I don't think we need more people.
Okay, well, I mean, it really
There's so
depends.
many.
I mean, hey, the more the merrier.
Oh, 100%. More the merrier.
In theory.
Gotta keep it going.
In theory.
Keep me constantly busy and never resting. Let's just do it. Let's just run the old man into the ground. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for it though. Not seriously. I'm here for it. Round number 2 underway. And we got it back. Red's back. Controller malfunction. And he survived the round, y'all. And he survived the round. Let's just give it up for give it up for him. Give it up. Sendo, not Red. It's Red not being Red. God damn it. Sendo surviving the round. You know what I'm saying? I mean, one-handed, no doubt. So let's see what this man can do with 2 hands in the second round.
Let's see if BLR boxing continues the winning streak. I mean, we already saw that with Joe. For me.
Sendo coming in with the sharp check hooks, but just not being a very active fighter, not throwing much volume.
A sportsman, gentlemanly thing to do, right? Don't just beat up on your opponent because he can't fight back. Different fighters, different approaches.
Oh, dang. Your boy Scott Bloom is back with the 20 spicy jalapenos. Scott Bloom always bringing the spice. And it was the
clean hook.
Oh, Scott Bloom always. God, it was the spicy jalapenos. Scott Bloom always. Spicy peppers gave Red what he needed. Shout outs to your boy Scott Bloom. That was his. You know what I'm saying? Braylon, hey, if you want to send more roses, it might give. Oh no, what happened? Oh no, say it ain't so. Say it ain't so.
It appears that Sendo
He's
is
breaking
trying
it
to
down.
Go into his second form, is trying to go into an evolution, but I feel like this evolution is just gonna end up with him disappearing.
Yeah.
He broke his neck trying to bust it down. That is unfortunate.
That man knocked him out the game, guys. Wow.
You see him getting carried away on the stretcher, as did last time. Oh
you hate to see it happen.
That is a fire screenshot. Thank you for taking that.
This will be my next wallpaper.
You hate to see it happen. You hate to see it happen. Oh man. All right. Well, look, that looks like it's going to be an unfortunate end to a fight that was like cursed from the beginning. We had controller issues. I lost money, and that's always a cursed thing. So let's look at what we can look at. I mean, it was cursed. We can't even trust these numbers. It was a one-armed fighter, and then he got knocked out, and then got punched into the Shadow Realm. I mean, what can you say about that, man? It's an unfortunate end to a wonderful night, but I think with that being said, 11:05 p.m. gonna call it here tonight for this card. I want to remind everybody, the bot's going crazy. You know what I'm saying? The glitch is back. The glitch is back. It was Scott Bloom. It was too spicy, bro. The 20 peppers really put it over. Too caliente. You know what I mean? But we like to have everybody sign up and know who's fighting, so we can keep everything orderly and know the elos. So if you want to jump in, sign up, jump into the Discord, join the previous 2,000 people before you, right? The couple hundred to 300 who are online live daily, getting these fights in, right? And jumping on the exhibition, show up and show out, jump up on Thursday nights, join the referees in their events, join one of the gyms, do the gym battles. We've got a lot of action coming in. Train, have fun, and stay good. You know what I mean? So with that being said, for me, for the crew here, my homie Solly, Blue, Ty Nato, you know what I'm saying? Who else do we have on the mic with us today? We had Lazy Gamer hop in. You know what I'm saying? Ash Coop hopped in. We had a lot of the homies share their thoughts, their insights. This is a dope community to join, so we hope to see you here next time in the ring. With that being said, your boy Super M is out. I'm gonna catch y'all next week. Peace.
Adios.